I'm gonna try and be on a commercial then.
Good evening. Welcome to Middleton High School for tonight's home football game. Tonight's game will feature the Warhawks of Ridgevue and your Middleton Vikings. As you know, sportsmanship is a top priority of our schools and the Idaho High School Activities Association. Please give the participating athletes your positive encouragement and support. Do not embarrass your family or your player by trying to taunt or intimidate the officials. It is unfriendly and unacceptable, not along the Viking pride. We would like to thank the United Dairymen of Idaho and Dairy West as the official sponsor of the Idaho High School Activities Association. Thank you for your continued support.
Still just letting it sit.
Do you want me to follow the games?
Right now, no, because I'm about to go to a commercial, so it won't. I mean, when they run out, you can follow them. Just like look if you look over here really quick, you see I have this scoreboard thing, so just make sure to keep them in the top half of your screen.
Don't forget, this game is being broadcast live and free on the IdahoSports.com. If you've got friends or family that can't be here, let them know they can watch it on IdahoSports.com.
Okay, so I'm guessing Middleton will be closer to us.
Yep, they're right here. They'll be right here.
Here come your Vikings!
go to commercial in 3, 2, 1.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. And I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
We're a valley-wide country store. For 100 years, we've been your #1 choice for food, fuel, farm supplies, and just about everything else you could need to get you through your day. We know you work until the job is done, and so do we. For gas on the go, or a little extra to help you get down the road, you can count on us. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
I'm Dr. Christine Hahn. I'm an infectious disease doctor, and I'm Idaho's medical director for public health. It's my mission to keep our communities healthy and safe. That's why I believe every Idahoan should get their COVID-19 vaccine. The vaccine's been tested. It's proving to be very safe, and it's the most effective tool we have to stop the spread.
Walk into a pharmacy or visit covidvaccine.idaho.gov to find your free COVID-19 vaccine.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Toyota's National Sales Event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wherever you are, D.L. Evans Bank is right there to help. From applying for loans to opening new accounts and signing documents, personalized service is just a video call away. This is Bank Live with D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everybody. This is an IdahoSports.com game streams production of Treasure Valley Game Night, presented by Mountain West Bank, which is also brought to you in part by your local Toyota dealer, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, as well as D.L. Evans Bank. Hi, welcome to Middleton High School. I'm Logan Green alongside Alex Johnson tonight. So you get the double dip of the Johnson brothers. Last week we had Miles. This week we have Alex. So glad Alex is here on the camera with us. But we're high atop the field here at Middleton High School for this 4A SIC conference matchup. Last week, both of these teams playing a conference game. Last week, of course, Ridgevue played Emmett, falling to Emmett 28-0 in that game. Middleton played Valley View and won that one pretty handily over the Falcons, 42-16. So, again, these two teams meeting for the first time this season, probably the only time as well. Ridgevue so far in the season 0-3, 0-2 in conference. So far they started off with a loss to Timberline. Of course, Timberline's a very good 5A school, and this is only 4A here. I say only 4A, but they're a 4A school playing a 5A school. And Timberline, very good in the 5A ranks, won that one 48-15. Nampa, they lost to Nampa a couple weeks ago, 35-7, and then fell to Emmett 28-0. On the other end of the field, you got Middleton. Middleton off to a great start. They started off the season by playing Elko from Nevada, defeated them. Then the next week they played Minico. In a lot of games, that's a game that a lot of Middleton fans wish they could have back, wish that they could go back in time and not fumble the ball so many times. A couple of costly turnovers inside the 5 for the Vikings. They ended up falling by a touchdown in that game, and I'm sure everybody on that team down there wishes they could have that one back, potentially being undefeated, as the next week they went ahead and defeated Valley View in that next game.
Kai McClure, Tate Johansson, and Tanner Ford. As you make your way into the stadium, please remember,
so, of course, these teams play every year as their conference rivals. Just a couple of miles away as the crow flies. I'm pretty sure I could see the campus of Ridgevue over the edge of the trees here. Of course, if you're familiar with Middleton, Ridgevue is just on the way to Target. Really, you would go right past it on the way to Target. If you're from Ridgevue, you just head up Middleton Road a couple of miles and bam, here you are. So these two teams very familiar with each other, know a lot about each other, play each other every season. Last year, Middleton came out on top 49-29, and actually Ridgevue has yet to defeat Middleton at all. Of course, Ridgevue, a new school, only opened their first season playing football was back in 2016. They didn't play that opening year, but then every year after that, Middleton and Ridgevue have played, and the Vikings getting the best of Ridgevue pretty handily every time. Back in 2017, it was 38-19, and then 52-14. 2 years ago, it was 80-28, and then last year, 49-29. So Ridgevue definitely looking to show Middleton that they're a lot better than they have been in past years. Ridgevue looking for that first winning season of their school career in the history of the program. Really just trying to get their feet underneath them. Their first season, they were 1-8 with a victory over Mountain Home. The next year, 3-6, did a little bit better there with they defeated Boise, Caldwell, and Mountain Home. The next season, 2-7 with victories over Caldwell and Emmett. The next season, so they've been 2-7 the past 3 years. Of course, they defeated in 2019 Caldwell and Columbia, and then last year they had a big win over Canyon Ridge, probably the biggest win in school history, just in dominating fashion, beating Canyon Ridge from Twin Falls 27-0. And then they picked up a forfeit over Caldwell, as Caldwell really struggled with numbers. And looks like the opening kickoff is going to be taken by the Vikings. They will be moving from right to left, as you see it on your cell phone, tablet, iPad, whatever you got, computer screen. Middleton will be moving from right to left. Great night here in Middleton. Every week the sun gets a little bit lower as we get to kick off. The field almost completely covered in shade. It will be pretty soon here afterwards. And we're ready to go here from Middleton. Great night. We got all the junior Viking cheerleaders down there. That's always fun to see. They lined the field as Middleton took the field, as well as the band. It's also Military Appreciation Night here at Middleton. So lots of American flag balloons everywhere and flags on the stands, and we're ready to get underway. Thanks for joining us here on IdahoSports.com. Of course, Middleton, one of those teams that's just on the cusp. I mentioned a few minutes ago that they lost that tough, tight game to Minico, and right now in the media poll, Minico actually the #1 team as voted by the media in 4A. So you just think, you flip that game and you're potentially looking at Middleton being that #1 team. Of course, that's not the case. Middleton did not win that game, and so they don't have that top spot. But coming in 6th in most of the polls, they only rank 1 through 5, but they're that next team receiving votes. So here comes the kickoff from Ridgevue. Kicking off for the Warhawks, number 18, Milo Bullock. And Bullock, he'll put a foot to it, and a pretty good kick. Going to be taken at the 10-yard line by Goodfellow. And Goodfellow loses the ball around the 14-yard line and just falls down on it, and that's where the Vikings will take over. 1st and 10 here from Middleton.
There's a 2-yard gain on that. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings on the 12-yard line.
So they're going to actually spot at the 12. I thought maybe he was around the 14. So ball will be spotted at the 12-yard line. Kai McClure coming out under center for the Vikings. He was our IdahoSports.com player of the game last week. Had 4 touchdowns through the air and 2 on the ground. So a phenomenal effort for Kai McClure. Back there, they're once again without their all-conference receiver and the 4A state basketball player of the year, Tyler Medeiros. He's out there in blue jeans. He doesn't seem to be injured. Maybe just saving himself for basketball. First play up the gut. Short handoff to Goodfellow, and that's exactly what Ridgevue needs to do. Force Middleton to get those long, 2nd and 3rd downs and not give up huge chunks on 1st down. That'll get their feet underneath them, give them a little confidence. So it'll be 2nd. PA guy said 7. I'm going to say 8. 2nd and 8. McClure, short pass to the right, quickly to Owen Gravett. And Gravett's going to be up to the 25. That'll be a 1st down for the Vikings.
Quick outside pass play to Owen Gravett. He gets past the 10-yard line. It is 1st down, Middleton.
McClure back in the shotgun. Got a man in motion. He's going to hand it off on the jet sweep. Could have gone outside, but cuts up the middle before he gets to the receiver blockers. Gets almost to the 30-yard line, so about a 4-yard pickup. That time, Decker Hagler carried the ball there for the Vikings. So if we look at the media poll, we mentioned Minico was #1. Shelley's #2. That is not a name that we have seen very often in the rankings of the 4A state footballs. Teams is Shelley, the Russets, an all-Idaho mascot there. And a quick pass from McClure. He was looking for Goodfellow, but Goodfellow wasn't looking for the ball. So incomplete pass. It'll bring up 3rd and long. So Ridgevue has got to get a stop here. That would be huge for the Warhawks to get the Vikings off the field quickly. So like we mentioned, Shelley. Shelley from Eastern Idaho. They're just south of Idaho Falls. The Russets. What a great Idaho name. Pocatello coming in at #3, Emmett #4, and Bishop Kelly #5. McClure outside to Gravett, and Gravett has got it, and he will pick up the 1st down. He's out of bounds at the 43-yard line, so it'll be another 3rd down conversion for the Vikings. Now on the other side, the coaches poll has almost the same teams. There's a couple of differences, but everybody's in a different order when you look at it. The coaches have Emmett #1. So Emmett, of course, was in the state championship game last year played here at Middleton. So McClure, he's going to go deep, but he's got Hagler wide open, and Hagler just drops it. I mean, Hagler, he will never be more wide open than he was right there. Just dropped it around the 30-yard line. Don't know if he took his hands off or took his eyes off of it, but right on the money was that throw. So if you look again at the coaches poll, Emmett #1, Minico #2. So Minico was 1 in media. Shelley #3, Blackfoot is #4, and Pocatello #5. And then once again, Middleton coming in that 6th place with the others receiving votes. So here we go. McClure, he'll hand it off this time. No, he'll keep it on the read option, and he just trucks through the defender. But nice wrap-up tackle there. #20, Trevor Warren. A great tackle, and Warren, Ridgevue gives me their roster, and they have on there their players that have between a 3.5 and a 3.99 GPA. And Owen Warren, one of those players, or excuse me, Trevor Warren. My son's name is Owen, so, some just have it. So Trevor Warren, a great student in the classroom and a great tackle right there. McClure, he's going to go deep. He's got Gravitt open, but that one knocked away. What a defensive play by number 1, Colton Scheffler. Scheffler, the senior, gets a hand on it and forces a 4th down. It was a beautiful throw, about to go right in the breadbasket of Gravitt, but just a better defense there by Scheffler, who knocks it away and forces a 4th down. Middleton doesn't really like to punt, and when they do punt, it is McClure who usually boots it. So he's back there with it, and it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down, or maybe try to get Ridgevue to jump. I don't see a back judge. The official, I think we got a short officials crew. We only got 4 here tonight. And McClure's going to go deep again. Who's back there now? Great diving catch made as he goes up in the air. Who was that brought it down for the Vikings? Number 33, great catch, Tate Johansson. Johansson had a couple of touchdowns last week against Valley View. So it was a great catch. He had to go up high to bring that one down, and he does so. And a big 4th down completion sets up a 1st and 10 inside the red zone, and Middleton is now in business as McClure back in the shotgun. He'll keep it and move to his left. He's got some blockers, and he picks up about 9, so it didn't look like he was going forward that much from my point of view, but he picks up 9. Big pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 1. And Middleton loves to go deep. That's just, for years and years, Coach Brock running this air raid offense that has worked so well. The Vikings, it's been a long time since we have not seen them in the state playoffs. And this time McClure hands it off up the middle. Goodfellow picks up about 1.5, and that's all he needed to get the 1st down. So it'll be a 1st down. Ball will be spotted at the 6-yard line. So again, the last time the Vikings were not in the playoffs was back in 2013. So these kids were, how many years? That was 8 years ago. So some of these kids, the freshmen, sophomores here at Middleton were kindergarten, 1st graders. So coming up through the years, they've only seen Middleton be successful. And that time, Goodfellow, he's going to take it up the middle and pick up maybe 1 yard on that one. So, winning is contagious. The Vikings, over the years, the students come up through the ranks and know that, hey, I'm going to go play for the Vikings, I'm going to play for Middleton, and I'm going to be in the playoffs. And they have been almost every season, like I said, for the last decade. Last year, they went out in the 1st round at Nampa. That was a game here on IdahoSports.com where Nampa hit a 45-yard field goal as time expired to put the Vikings season to bed. What a great game that was here. So on 2nd down, McClure has it in the shotgun, and it looks like Emlingmeyer got a head start. Ball wasn't snapped yet, and he took off. So it'll move it back 5 yards. The way Middleton plays offense, they might like that a little bit better, having more space to move around, to have those wide receivers be able to move around a little bit more instead of running out of the back of the end zone. So here we go, McClure in the shotgun. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. He's going to go to grab it, and it looks to be over his head, and another deflection. Man, I tell you what, that once again was Colton Scheffler, and if he doesn't get a hand on it, Gravitt's going to catch that in the end zone. It was a great route run by Gravitt. He went outside and then cut back in, and that's where McClure put the ball. So an even better defensive effort, once again, by Scheffler to recognize that he was going to come back in, and he didn't bite going out. So 2 fantastic plays by Scheffler. That's going to be a great matchup all night, that Gravitt and Scheffler combination. This time a screen inside to Gravitt, and he fumbles the ball. The ball's down, and that's picked up by Ridgevue. Wow, what a great defensive stand by the Warhawks. Jorge Zavala, he picks it up. So great job by Ridgevue to come up with a stop, forces a turnover, and now they've got 90 yards to go to pay dirt, but more importantly, you stop Middleton from scoring. You got them off the field, so congratulations. What a great drive that was, and it looks like they have something over there reminiscent of a turnover chain or whatever it is. He went over and put on a jacket, Somebody's signing it, so we'll see what that is. There's the pitch, and they turn it right back over, and Middleton scores. The pitch was made to the running back, number 22. Holm just couldn't get a hand on it, and it was scooped up. Tate Johansson was right there, and Tate Johansson takes it in 3 yards for the touchdown. So back-to-back fumbles, and as Ridgevue was all hyped up after the score, they promptly turn it right back over, and Middleton takes a quick 6-0 lead with the extra point to come. And as a 7:27 mark of the first quarter.
Riley Cummings in for the extra point.
Cummings' extra point is up, and it is good.
Middleton 17.
So that makes the score Middleton 7, Ridgevue 0, with 7:27 to go in the first quarter. Hey, Big Insurance, don't forget about them. Cost of building has doubled in the last few years. If your house burnt down, would you have enough insurance to cover the rebuild? Are you paying too much for your business insurance? Go to BigInsurance.com, and in just a few minutes, you can see if you can find enough insurance to rebuild your house at a better price. Then let us at BigInsurance.com help you make sure you have all the coverages you need, but not those ones you don't. Feel free to drop by one of our Big Insurance offices in Nampa, Star, and Emmett, or give us a call at 208-365-2160. BigInsurance.com, where insurance companies come to shop for you. Of course, Big Insurance, if you're over in Star, it's kind of in that strip mall, the old Western style strip mall over there where I think it's called the Rustic Table, that restaurant over there. So across from the new Ridley's. So if you're looking for insurance and you're driving through Star, be sure to stop right there. BigInsurance.com.
Number 4, Angelo Ortega.
So Cummings, he'll kick it deep. He has a leg. He booted most of his kickoffs last week into the end zone, except when he went this way. He must not like going this way. That one goes at the 1, and Middleton's going to wrap him up. A good return, though. He gets all the way out to the 20. That one returned by
18-yard return.
Angel Ortega.
10 for the Warhawks on the 20.
The junior returned that one. So we'll see if Ridgevue can keep the ball in their hands this time. A great defensive stop by the Warhawks. Just a punch to the gut as they came out and made a pitch, and he had room to run, but the running back just drops the ball. So here we go, under center right now in the shotgun, Cole McDonald. He also has one of those 3.5 to 3.99 GPA, so Ridgevue just full of smart kids out there, and he's going to take the quarterback draw, and he just runs right into one of his own players. Big number 74, Demon Portis, was just right there, and I believe that was Middleton just blocking them into him, and he had nowhere to go. Doesn't pick up anything, doesn't lose anything. It'll be 2nd and 10. You know, IdahoSports.com does a lot more than just broadcasting. Continue checking back to the website for scores, schedules, standings, polls, action photo galleries, and written content from every corner of the state, as well as the Friday Night Flash, Idaho's only all-statewide scoreboard, updated in real time. There's the shotgun snap, and a quick pass outside hits the ground, and I don't know if McDonald had much more time. He had to get that thing out of there. As once again, Johansson just coming in hot on that one. He leaves a good lick on him. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 with 6:35 to go here in the first quarter. Stands here on the Middleton side pretty full. As usual, Middleton, a great drawing school town. They usually fill the stadium here. And one of my kids is down there amongst all the noise and commotion. So here you go, 3rd down for Ridgevue. Rolling outside is McDonald. He's got a man open over there, and he got him. What a play. McDonald fires it across his body and hits.
18-yard reception by number 8. That's Mitchell
Bastachia. Yeah, Bastachia. Bastarichia. So Bastarichia on the catch. What a great, he dove for that one, sliding catch, and Ridgevue with a 1st down up near the 40-yard line. Warhawks in business now. after the big third down conversion. McDonald, he's just going to keep this one up the middle, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10, so almost exactly the same thing we saw on this first set of downs on this drive where McDonald went up the middle with it. We'll see what they draw up on 2nd and 10, 5:35 to go here. Sun is almost gone here behind us from Middleton. McDonald in the shotgun. 2 receivers here to the near side, and Middleton brings the blitz, and that time quickly throws the screen over to Scheffler, and Scheffler not able to bring it down.
And falls incomplete.
Or excuse me, that was Santiago out there. Santiago, the senior running back and receiver. So McDonald goes over to the sidelines, he gets the call, and he'll bring it back to the huddle. You know, what they want to do here is slow it down. Middleton wants to go, 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 go. And if you're Ridgevue, you know, and if you want a chance, you got to slow it down and make Middleton play to your pace. So here we go, 3rd and 10, ball on the 38. Middleton brings it again, and McDonald slips out of it. He's got room to run, and he makes a move, and he's going to pick up the first down with his legs. McDonald, once again, Cole McDonald with the first down on the ground, picks it up, and the Warhawks are at midfield. They got a great drive going here that started back at the 20, and they're just knocking on the door of Middleton territory. Of course, they were shut out last week. Only scored 15 points against Timberline and then 7 against Nampa. So they really need to put some points on the board as they continue to grow as a team. I mean, as a school, they've only been open a couple years. And there's the pitch on the outside. Lots of room to run. Nice run there by Casper. Casper picks up about 2. Logan Brooks knocks him out of bounds on the sideline. 4:45 to go here from Middleton. McDonald's rolling out. He's setting up the screen and a lot of room to run there, and a shoestring tackle by Johansson. So Johansson, a couple big plays so far on defense. If he doesn't get those hands on the cleats of Santiago, Santiago's got a lot of green turf in front of him. It's not grass here at Middleton. A lot of green turf to run, and he might have been still running through the back of the end zone there. So great stop by Johansson. They are taking their time. Again, I said, looks like we're short an official tonight, only 4 officials. It's been just a problem all season having enough of them. And looks like we got a timeout being called by the officials. We'll see what they discuss. But, you know, it's just a problem everywhere, being able to find enough people to do the jobs that need to be done out here in the world. And high school football impacted just as much as the rest, as all the officials are here behind the line of scrimmage. We got 2 line judges and then 2 back here in the backfield. So nobody on the defensive side of the ball. And Middleton bringing everybody here, and a catch on the outside. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 44-yard line, bringing it down that time. Jackson Bowser brings it down for Ridgevue. So 4th and 4 for the Warhawks. I'd like to see them go for it here. And I think they are. I don't want to see them punt the ball. I think they need to get these points as they come. So here we go, a 4th down. No one back there with McDonald, and he's shown that he can do it on the ground if he needs to. Middleton brings everybody in a throw up in the air, and it looks like a miscommunication on the outside with Bowser. Bowser went left, and McDonald thought he was going to go out. Either way, he would have been open. That ball died in dead space, and he was open on the left side. So a little miscommunication there by Ridgevue. But that was a great drive if you're a Warhawks fan. A lot to look forward to, a lot to be optimistic about, as they went right down the field, brought it inside Vikings territory, but aren't able to come up with any points. So Middleton will take over. This is their second drive of the game. They did not score on the first one. They fumbled at the 5-yard line, but then promptly got the ball back on a fumble and returned it for a touchdown. And McClure goes out wide, a little too high that time for Hayden Levitt as it falls incomplete.
Overthrown to number 6, Hayden Levitt.
Of course, IdahoSports.com has games all over the state today, a couple games tomorrow as well. Games up north, games in eastern Idaho, every nook and cranny, as well as the Magic Valley. Big Burley Minico game tonight. So if you want to track any of those games, quick pass on the left side here to Emlingmeyer. Any of those games, you can click the little thing at the bottom of the player there. It's 4 little rectangles or square windows, and you can watch other games, multiple games at the same time besides just this one. So 3rd and about 2. So McClure keeps it, and he scrambles and picks up the first down.
That's a first down.
This is what locks it. So I'll do it not so tough. That little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right.
So 1st and 10, Middleton. McClure, he's going to wait, and he's going to go deep to grab it. Once again, tight defense by Scheffler. And Middleton looking for the flag, but I think Scheffler was just there. It looked like Gravett tripped and fell down. That one left a little bit short anyways, and McClure knows it. He kind of gives himself that clap, saying, I had him there. If he had thrown it a little bit deeper, he probably gets him deep. Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. Of course, you can check out the Friday Night Flash as well. We've got scores from around the state updated in real time. McClure, going to keep it on the quarterback draw, and a great job staying home, and a huge tackle that time. Number 55, Bryce Pryor, throws him down. What a sack. That's going to bring up 3rd down, and it's going to be 3rd and about 12 for the Vikings. See what Coach Brock draws up here. We've seen him not be scared to go deep and not just try to pick up the first down, but try to go for it all. 4 receivers wide, 2 on the top, 2 to the near side. And McClure back with it. He goes across the middle, and that one almost intercepted. Probably should have been intercepted by Juan Santiago. He's called his name a couple of times tonight in the running game for Ridgevue, but he probably should have had an interception. And you can kind of see it. He a little frustrated with himself, but keep playing tight defense like that. You'll have another shot. So here we go, 4th and 11. Middleton's going to go for it. So McClure back there. He waits. Doesn't like the original call. Goes back to the sideline and moves Goodfellow to his right. Back to pass, going deep. He's got a man back there, and it's going to be dropped once again. I think that was Hagler, and Hagler had it, and he punches the ground in frustration. So that's 2 drops on the night for Hagler, who should have had that one too, and he probably would have gotten at least down to the 10-yard line, and if he's able to beat his defender, he's going to score. So a couple big drops by Hagler, and ball goes right back to Ridgevue. Good stop for them as they get the ball in great field position now at the 44-yard line.
It'll be a little bit tough, but just you don't really need to go up and down too much, so it should be all right.
Ridgevue takes over the 44, 1:56 to go here in the first quarter from Middleton. Middleton runs up, and we'll see what the call is. Offside, they're going to say offsides on Middleton. They tried to get the offense to move. The offense doesn't, and somebody moved over the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 5. The offensive coordinator's dream to have 4 plays to pick up 5 yards. So Ridgevue with the ball at the 49-yard line. McDonald back in the shotgun. He's waiting. He's going to go deep this time. to Bowser, and he got it! What a catch by Bowser! And he's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line. What a catch. Bowser goes up deep with it, goes up top and brings down the catch. So we've seen a couple of times that offense for Ridgevue has had things open, and they're finally able to connect on it. And he picks up a huge first down, and the Warhawks are in business with the ball at the 5-yard line. 1:35 on the clock here in the first. Ridgevue knocking on the door. Of course, we said Ridgevue has never beaten Middleton. They'd love nothing more than to go on the road up here at Middleton and come away with the win. McDonald in the shotgun. He'll take the snap and hand it off. No, he keeps it, but brought down immediately. He picks up maybe a yard on that one on the quarterback keeper.
Quarterback McDonald met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Second and goal from the 5.
Second and goal. We're under a minute to play now. Ridgevue very content with just taking their time. I think if you had gone to Coach DeWitt's and said you can be tied with Middleton at the end of the first, he would have taken that any day. And a run up the middle, Santiago picks up about 2. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Cole Holman on the stop there for the Vikings. So they're actually going to spot it at the 2-yard line. So Ridgevue, a chance to punch it in here. You got to think they're going to go for it. Again, Ridgevue never had a winning season in the history of the school's football program. So nothing to lose. This time Santiago keeps it up the middle. No, McDonald keeps it and he scores. McDonald puts it in on the 2-yard quarterback keeper with 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. And just like that, Ridgevue has gotten within a point, barring the point after try. So Cole McDonald, I mean, he got me on that play, but he gets the Middleton defense on the read option. Fakes the handoff to Santiago, who I thought had the ball, but he has it himself. And here's the extra point. It's low. It's a knuckler. What are they going to say? It's good. It doesn't matter how pretty it is as long as it goes through those yellow bars, and it does. So that ties the game up here. Ridgevue, a very great first quarter played by the Warhawks. I don't think anybody saw this coming. 7-7 right now with 8 seconds to go in the first quarter. Act Towing has what it takes to save you and your vehicle from any tight spot. Whether you're in a garage downtown or stuck in the mountain snow, their drivers have the training and skills to serve you. With high bar at Act Towing, ACT Towing, or visit their website at BoiseTowTruck.com. From everyone at Act Towing, good luck Ridgevue and good luck Middleton. Great Treasure Valley company there in Axe Towing. So here we go. Ridgevue's going to boot it away after a fantastic end to this first quarter. Stop Middleton on 4th down and go down the field. Goodfellow's going to take the kickoff. Goodfellow moving. He's got a hole there. He kind of stumbles, and he's going to go down around the 27-yard line.
Kickoff taken by Goodfellow on the 14. He advanced yards to the 24. It's first down and
so that'll do it for the first quarter here for Middleton, and we'll take a break. We'll be right back on IdahoSports.com.
At D.L. Evans Bank, we haven't invested in a deep line of digital banking services to help infuse more banking into your life. Just more living. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
All right, welcome back. As we begin the second quarter, this game is tied up 7-all as Ridgevue goes on a 56-yard drive to cap off the first quarter and tie this thing up. Of course, we mentioned Ridgevue, the last couple games these two have played, Middleton has really had their way last year, winning 49-29. The year before it was 80-28, so Ridgevue trying to wash that bad taste out of their mouth against Middleton. And doing so right now, I think a lot of people were stunned to see this. Great to see out of Ridgevue the effort there. I mean, fantastic defense being played by Scheffler. I think Scheffler has had a say in keeping this thing at only 7 points. Just getting his hands in the middle of McClure passes, and just a phenomenal effort by him. And then on the offensive side of the ball, just that big catch on third down by Jackson Mosher. So here we go, 1st and 10 for the Vikings as we start the second quarter. And a quick handoff that time, Goodfellow. He doesn't get anything. And you can feel the momentum over there by Ridgevue. A lot of noise being made. They're into it right now over there on the Warhawks sideline. They brought a decent amount of people over there on the visitor sideline. Looks like they've got a good amount of students that made the short drive up. It's only about 4 or 5 miles. Maybe as the crow flies, maybe 3 or 4 miles to Ridgevue High School here from Middleton. It's just down the road in Nampa. So here we go, 2nd and 12 for the Vikings after that 2-yard loss. McClure, he'll throw it. He's going to go deep. He's got Gravitt. Just overthrew him, though. It'll bring up 3rd and 12. So the Vikings suddenly finding themselves back on their heels right now. 3rd and 12 here for Middleton. Thanks for joining us on IdahoSports.com. Here from Middleton. Mentioned it earlier, we got a great crowd on hand here at Middleton High School tonight. Say that the home team side is probably about 98% full. This time a screen pass and just short, and Goodfellow couldn't catch up to it. He had blockers in front of him, but he just can't bring it down. It's going to bring up 4th and 12, so Ridgevue about to get the ball back. McClure is going to punt it away. Of course, he can always run with it, decide he wants to punt it if not, or decide he wants to run it if he doesn't want to kick it. McClure will boot it away, a line drive punt. It's going to take a Viking bounce. What a good bounce that took. It hit around the 36, and it's still rolling, and finally picked up at the 8-yard line. And let's see where he gets to. He gets to the 15. So that ball took a massive 20-yard bounce by the time it got picked up back there by Basterica.
About a 70-yard punt on that with a 5-yard return. That brings up
Basterica picks it up and gets some decent field position out of it. But I tell you, McClure kicked that thing from the 5-yard line and went all the way to the 10. I don't know what the stat sheet has on that official punt, but it's 70 yards at least, 80. I'm not good at math on the fly. Here we go. Across the middle, and another great play by Ridgevue, and a first down is going to be picked up across the middle. Once again, Jackson Boucher on the catch.
Pass completion for Ridgevue for 12 yards.
And another first down, 10:45 to go here in the second quarter till halftime. And Ridgevue gets out of the shadow of their goalposts. Ball spotted now at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Warhawks. And a handoff up the middle, and Middleton doesn't fall for the fake. See who that was there for Ridgevue. That time, that was Summerfield who took the handoff for Ridgevue. He didn't pick up anything. So it'll be 2nd and, he actually loses 2 yards, so 2nd and 12. For Ridgevue. So the sun's finally gone here behind us at Middleton. It's a great day, around 80 degrees here. in the Treasure Valley. That time a slant pass looking for Casper, and Casper just out of the reach of his right hand, just a little bit behind him. That'll bring up 3rd and 12 for Ridgevue. Of course, last year we mentioned Middleton fell in round 1 to Nampa. In 2019, they fell in the semifinals to Cuna. They were almost there. Of course, Cuna goes on and wins the state championship. In 2018, they fell in the quarterfinals to Hillcrest. So Hillcrest, of course, in Idaho Falls, they made the trip to Idaho Falls and almost come away with the win there, and Hillcrest goes on to win the state championship. So 2 of the past 3 seasons, the Vikings have fallen to that state champion team. McDonald, he throws it outside, and did he catch it? No, does not look like it. Ortega was out there on the left side. Looked good, but Ortega just can't bring it down for Middleton, so that'll bring up 4th down for Ridgevue. And the Warhawks will have to punt it away. 4th and 12, 9:45 on the clock here in the second quarter. And a result that I think the screen is not blurry. That is the score. Ridgevue keeping it close here right now, 7-7. And this game playing great defense, making Middleton work for it. Of course, Middleton last week ran away with it in the second half against Ridgevue. And that punt just dropped short. Middleton's got to watch out. It almost hit off the back of Logan Brooks. If he's not careful, it's always dangerous when that punt hangs in the air. Players are running back and it hits the back of a calf or just off the back and becomes a live ball. So that'll make it 1st and 10 for Middleton. You know, choose Big Insurance and you'll get personalized customer service from a team that is always looking out for your best interest. Have you ever wondered how you will afford to pay for damages if your kid is in a bad wreck? Do you worry if you have enough insurance to rebuild your home? Do you want to leave life insurance benefits to your family? Big Insurance knows the best answers to these questions. Call 365-2160 or visit their website, biginsurance.com, for more information. So again, big thanks to Big Insurance, proud sponsor of games all across the Treasure Valley this season. That time a handoff up the middle to Johansson. He picks up a couple. It'll be 2nd and 8. Johansson in motion. McClure, he's going to hold it. He goes across the middle to Gravett, and Gravett picks up no gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd and 8 coming up. Of course, Gravett on that state championship basketball team for Middleton last season. Hit a big basket late in the game, a layup that really put the game out of reach. As Middleton finally got past their arch nemesis in Preston and finally defeated Preston to win that state championship. The Indians, multiple state championships. And then Gravett with a big catch this time at the 40-yard line, and he's going to be run out of bounds at the 20. So great catch, Gravett. Finally, him and McClure able to connect. A couple of times tonight they've been snuffed out by Scheffler, but that time Gravett beats Scheffler and picks up a big 1st down. So like I mentioned, Gravett on that basketball team, he hit the layup that made it a 4-point game with about 8 seconds left that put the game out of reach for Preston. Preston hit a buzzer beater, but it didn't really matter. Preston had won 3 of the last 4 state championships, so congrats to Middleton on that. And McClure, he keeps it himself, and he's going to lose a couple of yards on this. Looks like he's, we'll say here, went out at the 21, so he loses 2 yards on that scramble. McClure back in the shotgun. He'll roll to the left. This time he'll hit Hagler. Hagler comes down with it this time and fights his way through a couple of defenders, and he'll pick up 8 yards. Hagler's got to be happy with himself after that. A couple of drops earlier in this game. A little frustrated with himself out there. Gets his hands on it. Makes it a 3rd and manageable. We've got a timeout here on the field. I think somebody's got a pad loose or maybe some blood on their knee as Hagler comes off the field. I think he's asking what's going on. All right. Okay, so Hagler comes off. Here we go. 3rd and 3 for Middleton. 7:20 on the clock here in the first half. McClure will hand it off to Goodfellow. Goodfellow, nice cut, and he's going to walk into the end zone. A 13-yard run by Thompson. Goodfellow puts the Vikings back on top with the extra point to come. Or the extra point kick here. He's got a leg, and it's blocked. What a block that time coming through. Uncontested Noah Morton. And you could see that one coming. Morton just put his hands up as he snuck around the left side of the line, gets his hands up and blocks the kick. You never know, that can come back to haunt Middleton. A lot of times you see that at the college level or the pro level where an extra point is missed, and it comes back to haunt them. So a good block there that time by Morton. Keeps it at 13-7 in favor of Middleton. So Middleton will kick it away here. This is the side Cummings likes to kick off on. Last week against Valley View, every one of his kicks that came from the left to the right went through the end zone, and when he went the other way, they were short. So there must be something. The wind typically does blow that way. There's a lightest breeze you can think of here today. Very still, just a beautiful day here in Middleton. Clear skies. Still a little bit warm. I wouldn't call it complete football weather outside. You don't need a jacket right now. You could have one, but you don't need one. So Ortega back to take the kickoff for Ridgevue, and Cummings ready to boot it away. And he blasts this one, and once again, it's going to go through the end zone. So, like I said, he likes kicking this direction for some reason. He blasts it through. So Ridgevue will take over at the 20-yard line with 7 minutes to go till halftime. So I'm sure they would love to do nothing more than eat up a ton of clock here and punch it in late, as they will receive the opening kickoff to open the second half.
They can watch this game live on IdahoSports.com. Replays are also available for free if you want to watch this later tonight.
So McDonald back there. McDonald, he keeps it and pitches it, and a lot of room to run on the left. Job, he faked the handoff up the middle to Santiago, kept it himself, and the defense bought on McDonald and kind of lost him out there. Big pickup by Ridgevue. So they're in business now. We're under 7 minutes to go. So ever since that first fumble, Ridgevue really composed in their drives, and this time a running throw, catch made by Boscher.
Pass completion to number 3, Boucher. 8-yard gain.
Boucher with the catch. Brings up second, and they're saying 2nd and 2, but that's one. I'm gonna say 2nd and 1. So that McDonald to Boucher connection has worked very well for the Warhawks tonight. And they've come in with a game plan and are executing it perfectly. Handoff up the middle this time. And he fights through it. Man, he was for sure brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That time was Santiago. And he rolls forward and picks up an extra 7 yards. And he's going to be brought down at the 50-yard line after the first down pickup. So Ridgevue playing with a lot of heart right now, going down the field, trying to tie this thing up before we get to halftime. Ball spotted right at midfield. 5:45 to go until the horn. McDonald hands it off. This time Middleton wraps it up and they snuff it out. Santiago's, they're going to give him a very generous spot. He's only going to lose 3. I thought maybe he had lost 4 or 5. Going to spot the ball at the 47-yard line, so it'll bring up 2nd and 13 for Middleton, or for Ridgevue. Of course, if you look back, we were talking about Middleton's playoff history back in 2017. That was the other. They were in the semifinals in 2019. The time before that was 2017 when they lost to Skyline from Idaho Falls. This time Middleton bringing the heat, and he's hit as he throws it, and that one's short. And he did good. I'll tell you, McDonald did the best in that situation considering what he was given, as he was walloped by Bodie Heck. Heck came in fast and laid a good lick on him. Knocked him down. Stayed in there. Ball was incomplete, but it was on target. So 3rd and 13, Middleton students jumping up and down over here. You know, I'm looking for a McDonald to Boucher connection. This time a short pass and just brought down after a 3 or 4 yard gain, and he needed to pick up 13. So probably not the route you want to see the thrown main to on 3rd and long. And that stops the clock with 4:44 to go. And Ridgevue will kick this one away. Grab it back to receive for Middleton. And that kick just goes sky high and is going to die at the 35. Takes a good roll and stays in bounds. Goes out of bounds at the 26. So not a bad punt considering how it, or where it ended up after how it looked, as it kind of was a knuckleball that went straight up in the air and landed at the 35.
About a 34-yard punt on that.
Rolls out of bounds, and so they're actually going to put it on the other side of the 25. I thought it went out at the 26. So the ball will be spotted at the 25 with 4:34 to go. And hey, if you would like to advertise your business on IdahoSports.com, be sure to reach out to us at sales@IdahoSports.com. We can't do it without all of our great sponsors who help bring all the content on IdahoSports.com to you, the reader, watcher, parent, mom, dad, uncle, brother, for free at home. Owen Gravitt takes the screen pass, and he's got a great block on the outside by number 11, Josh Stewart. Stewart laid a great block that really frustrated Scheffler. You could tell Scheffler wanted to get out of that thing, but great job by Stewart. That freed Gravitt up for a big first down. 4:28 to go. Middleton picks up the first down. The ball will be spotted at the 38-yard line, 37. Low snap, but Goodfellow takes it. And I thought maybe we'd have a face mask call there, but didn't look. Must not have got the hand on there like I thought.
That's Goodfellow, straight up the middle.
Picks up about 6 yards. It'll be
7 yards on the play.
3rd and 4.
Brings up 2nd down and 3.
2nd and 4, excuse me. You know, don't forget, stay tuned after the game. We'll announce the IdahoSports.com player of the game. Last week it was Kai McClure after his 6th touchdown performance against Valley View. And a deep pass this time over the head of everybody. He was looking for Stewart out there as inside receiver on the left side. But just a little too far over the head of Stewart. So 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4.
Middleton likes to take those shots deep. They're not scared to do it. Brings up 3rd and 4. McClure sets up the screen. He's got Goodfellow, and Goodfellow splits the defenders and picks up the first down. Needed 4, got about 10.
That's Goodfellow on a 10.
Ball now inside Warhawk territory.
That gets the Vikings another first down.
3:30 on the clock. Man in motion coming across. is Levitt. This time, man, what a dangerous pass across the middle. And you could tell very frustrated is Sauls. He's looking at his hands like, how could you fail me like that? He's very frustrated. He was right to him. McClure probably feeling a lot of relief on that it wasn't intercepted. He tried to go across the middle in a ton of traffic, and Sauls probably should have come away with that interception for Ridgevue. McClure outside, and that one over the head of Gravitt. A little too trigger happy on that one. Throws it over the head. Brings up 3rd and 10. 3:15 to go on the clock. Middleton 13-7 over Ridgevue. Middleton with a defensive touchdown early in this game as they drove 80 yards down the field, only to fumble the ball at the 5-yard line. And then when Ridgevue had their first play on offense after the fumble, they dropped it. Picked up by by Tate Johansson, and Johansson walks into the end zone for the first score of the game. McClure waiting, and he just throws it way over the head and way out of bounds. He was looking for Gravitt, but Gravitt was running a stop route and stopped at the 25. And almost as soon as he throws it, looks back at McClure with open hands, kind of wondering what was going on there. So it'll force Middleton to punt. Ridgevue, another great stop. They'll get the ball back with about 3 minutes to play to maybe try to take the lead going into halftime. McClure will punt it. We have seen him be dangerous back there. He can keep it if he wants to. Don't know how much of a green light Coach Brock is given to him to make that choice. Maybe if he sees it. He looked for it, and this time he kicks it away. A nice punt. We'll see where it lands, and it takes a sideways bounce, to the 15. So that's where it dies. 2:58 on the clock here at Middleton till halftime as the Vikings lead 13-7. There you can check out our expanded list of regional prepcasts on the website or anywhere you find your podcasts, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever, or you can watch the YouTube versions and see everybody's faces. But the prepcasts have regional experts that talk about what's going on in every part of the state. So we have one right here for the 4A and 5A SIC, that one hosted by Wayne DeZubak, a great local sports personality hosting that one, talking all about 4A and 5A sports in the Treasure Valley. Quick pass on the outside to Bauscher. Bauscher making the moves, and he's going to pick up a first down up to almost the 28-yard line. So that connection has been there all evening for Ridgevue. I don't know if you're into other parts of the state, you can find a prepcast. We've got one for North Idaho as well as District 2, which is kind of the Grangeville, Lewiston, Moscow area. Then we've got one for the small schools here in the Treasure Valley that I host, talking about the 3A, 2A, and 1A schools around the Treasure Valley. McDonald throws it deep. Oh, and just out of the hands. Oh, he would love that one back. Once again, Bauscher was wide open out there on the right side. And if he gets his hands on that one, he's probably still running into that blue paint at the end of the field. We also have a prepcast that covers Magic Valley sports, and then one for the extreme southeast Idaho, like the Pocatello, Malad, that area over there, and then one up north in Rigby, Idaho Falls, Rexburg. So whatever your fancy, be sure to check those out. The prepcasts, you can find them wherever you get your podcasts. 2nd and 10 for Ridgevue. McDonald taps his helmet, and he gets away from the defense, and he gets away from the first defender, and he's got a lot of room to run, and he still holds on to the ball, and he's still running, and he picks up a first down. Kind of a broken play by McDonald. And he makes it work, and that ball was moving around in the breadbasket, but he holds on to it, picks up a first down, and we're at the 2-minute mark till halftime. Ridgevue playing with a lot of effort here tonight with a lot of heart. Across the middle, this time Bauscher has it. Brought down Big tackle by Colton Moore. And a timeout going to be called. Now, I don't want to jinx anything, but there has been one penalty in this game, which is not what we can say for other games throughout the season that we've seen. A lot of penalties throughout the season. I did one game, though, out in Wilder where Carey came over and played Wilder, and there was only one penalty in that game, and it was one you had to call. The guy was holding him, almost ripped the jersey off. It's pretty obvious you got to call that. But only one penalty here, and offsides on Middleton when everybody was faking a blitz, and somebody went over the line. But a very clean played first half here at Middleton. 13-7, the Vikings with the lead, and they've had to work for it. Only one offensive touchdown for the Vikings. Of course, they fumbled inside the 5 and then picked it up on the next play. Middleton fumbled, and then Ridgevue promptly fumbled right back, and Middleton scored on a defensive touchdown. If you're interested in joining the team at IdahoSports.com, be sure to reach out to us. We need people that do just about everything you can think of. You can email editor at IdahoSports.com, and you can find out more. Quick pass across the middle by McDonald. That one's short. That's how I got started here at Idaho Sports. Just send an email to editor at IdahoSports.com. We could use salespeople, producers, camera operators, writers, photographers, and even broadcasters up here. The more people we have, the more we can do around the state of Idaho, covering as many games as possible. It's crazy to think we're only a couple weeks away from starting to look at playoff matchups. That first playoff weekend is the weekend of Halloween, so only a month away from that. And that's always fun. We try to get to every playoff game around the state that we can possibly do. Quick pass on the outside, incomplete. McDonald was going on the quick pass outside to Nelson. Nelson just couldn't bring it down. So bring up 4th and 1. It's a tough decision here for Coach DeWitt. What do you do? 4th and 1. There's only a minute and a half left in the half. You do not want to give Middleton great field position, but you can also make a big statement by picking up the first down. And where he's going to go for it, I like the call. No one back right now. I'd look for McDonald to keep this ball, maybe on a draw. A quick pass outside to Boucher, and he's going to be short or he's going to be right at it. They're going to have to measure this thing. He is right at it. I think he's going to get the first down. He does. I thought he might have been short, but he gets it. He's right at the sticks. Big first down. And the clock is ticking here. We're under a minute and a half to go. Ridgevue got to hurry up. They still got 50 yards to go. McDonald claps for it, and the snap is wide, but he gets it. Another quick pass on the outside, but he's tackled inbounds and only picks up about 3. And they'll have to burn one of the timeouts right there. That's probably not what you wanted to do. You want to see him get out of bounds there.
2nd down and 8.
So we'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Timeout called. We'll take a second.
Another timeout taken on the field.
Check out the Friday Night Flash, see what's going on around the state. It's always fun to see how other teams are doing. Again, I mentioned the top 5 in 4A. If we look at the coaches poll, Emmett, Minico obviously is in Rupert, and then Shelley number 3, Blackfoot number 4, and Pocatello number 5. Middleton coming in at number 6. And on the other side, you got Minico in the media poll, Minico number 1, Shelley number 2, Pocatello 3, Emmett 4, and Bishop Kelly 5 with Middleton 6. It's really, if I equated it to that scene in The Office. If anybody watch The Office out there where Jim is asking Dwight how many months until the apocalypse come, and he keeps going. He says, 3 months. Well, that could happen. 4 months. Well, that could happen. And they go on for like 500 months. And I think you could do that with any team in 4A. You could say, I think Middleton could do it. There's a fumble down on the ground, and we'll see who picks it up. Ridgevue falls on it. They're going to lose about 4 yards. But you could make an argument for any of those top 5 teams that could go and win a state championship game. And then you could make an argument for the next one. If you notice, I didn't even mention the defending state champions and Skyline in that group. Skyline a little bit more down. Another fumble, and this one's going to be picked up by Middleton. This one picked up by number 62, Isaiah Pearson falls on it, and all of a sudden with 49 seconds left, Middleton with great field position, ball spotted at the 40. So a couple of straight bad snaps for Ridgevue, and this is exactly what they did not want to happen late in the half. Turn it over to Middleton and give them good field position. But you could look down the list in 4A, and I think there's a group of 8 to 10 teams that have a realistic shot at the state championship this year. All I can say is it's going to be a great November of high school football in the 4A level. It's going to be that way across the state, but you look at 4A, there's so much parity. There's just not one team that looks to be dominant. It looks like everybody can be beaten. A nice block again by Stewart on the outside, frees up Gravitt, and he scoots out of bounds at the 35. So exactly what you want to do, pick up a couple yards and run out of bounds.
Steps out of bounds, stops the clock with 42 seconds left. 2nd and 5 for the Vikings.
Again, looking around the state, Capital up on Cuna right now in Boise. That one 34-7 in favor of Capital over Cuna. Pass to the outside, and Gravitt gets it. And he scoots out of bounds.
Once again, Owen Gravitt.
And if you're watching this game right now, I'm very surprised. I thought Middleton was going to come in and kind of push their way through this game and get ahead early, but Ridgevue has proved me wrong, and I love it when the teams prove me wrong in what I thought was going to happen. And Ridgevue coming out really strong, making it a great first half. McClure looking deep, and he's got a man out there. He's going to get it, and it's caught. Englingmeyer, big catch. That's a 28-yard touchdown reception. Big reception. Tyson Englingmeyer with a big 28-yard touchdown reception, and that really deflated the Ridgevue sideline as they had the ball maybe looking to tie it. Now they're going to go down 2 scores into the halftime break. With 33 seconds to go till halftime.
That was number 17, Tyson
Englingmeyer. They went for 2 there, and McClure punches it in, so they get that extra point back. That makes it 21-7 in favor of Middleton. Well, you just can't give Middleton a short field and any time left on the clock. They will make you pay, and they do so right there and go up 14 as we near the halftime break. Looking at other scores around the state, Meridian all over Eagle, another one that I thought was going to go the other way. But Meridian, what a first half they have, leading Eagle 20-3 in the second quarter. Highland from Pocatello up on Madison 14-3, and Pocatello leads Idaho Falls. Idaho Falls really struggled the last couple years in their move up to 5A, but undefeated on the season are the Tigers, but Pocatello up 14-8. That's another team in the 4A that I think can make some noise, Pocatello. They're having a great season. Rigby all over Thunder Ridge 23-6, and Rigby just a team, I don't know if there's anybody that's going to stop them at the 5A level. Been to 2 straight state championships. They won it 2 years ago, came up a couple points short last year, and they look well on their way back to another state championship this season. Of course, Mountain View took the #1 spot in the coaches poll this week, and I was kind of surprised to see Rigby get bumped out of that spot. Another kick goes through the end zone for Cummings. So 33 seconds left. I almost would guarantee we'll see McDonald maybe line up and take a knee, or just keep this ball off the turf as a quarterback keeper or something like that. They can't afford a turnover again, as 2 turnovers have led to 14 Viking points so far for the Warhawks. And I'm wrong again. I'm always wrong. McDonald comes out in the shotgun, and it looks like he wants to go out firing here. Santiago in motion. And McDonald keeps it up the middle, and he's got room to run here on the right side. He's going to scoot out of bounds at the 35 with 24 seconds left. So Ridgevue going for it, proving me wrong here. A big 15-yard pickup on first down with 24 seconds to go. They're actually going to spot it at the 36-yard line. Went out of bounds. Clock stopped, so they have some time to talk about it. Cole McDonald, the senior quarterback for Ridgevue. He's one of those players that's in the 3.5 to 3.99 GPA for the Warhawks, and he takes it in the shotgun. He goes right across the middle. Nice reception. Time he hits Nelson, and Nelson goes down at the 48. Clock stops after the first down, and they got to hustle to the line, and they look like they want to spike it. Ball still not spotted, so the clock hasn't started yet. Waiting for the signal. There it is. Clock starts. We're about at the 10-second mark. They need to snap this ball. They've wasted about 5 seconds there. McDonald takes it, and he runs, and he's going to be sacked. Big stop, and the timeout's going to be called. Looks like the sack coming up for the Vikings.
That's a sack by number 50, Sam Nupper.
Number 26 was in on that. Pachi Franks for Middleton.
9 yards. Brings up
So there's 3 seconds on the clock. Ball is spotted at the 43-yard line, so we'll see what kind of arm McDonald has. They want to go deep on this one.
Please remember that no one is allowed on the football field except for teams.
Great first half of play here from Middleton. As the sun, this is a great spot to be in. The sun is behind us. So when you get here, the sun isn't blasting you in the face. It's always nice to broadcast games here at Middleton. You just get right up here on top of the press box. I know some people like to be inside the box. I like to be up top. You get a better vantage point of everything. So here we go. This will be the last play of the half. McDonald, he's going to go short. And it looked like they were going to try a hook and ladder play. But the ball was incomplete. And that'll do it for the first half of play here from Middleton as the Vikings lead it 21-7. As we're going to take a break, we'll be back after these short messages on IdahoSports.com.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
Welcome back, everybody. Middleton's band is out there doing their thing. Just going to turn it over to them and let them have the next couple of minutes here and enjoy the halftime show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Middleton Hockey Band. These students put in countless hours of
And there you go. What a great show by Middleton's band. One of the best bands in the state. Every time we come here to Middleton, they always put on a great show. Have a lot of kids out there and getting into it and being in the band. So a great show there by them. So again, here at the halftime break, Middleton leads at 21-7 over Ridgevue. Let's tell you how we got there. Middleton started off the... Hold on, they're telling us we got another treat. Oh, we got the Middleton dance team, it looks like, out there. So we'll just keep it on them. I'll keep talking. They're not playing any music. They're just showing off their dance moves that would make me break every bone in my body if I attempted to do it. But again, Middleton started off the scoring with a 3-yard fumble returned for a touchdown by number 33, Tate Johansson. He scooped it up and scored. No contention on that touchdown. That made it 7-0 Middleton. Ridgevue came right back, scored it with 9 seconds left to go in the first quarter on a 2-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, number 1, Cole McDonald. The extra point good, making it 7-7 going into the second quarter. Middleton scored 2 in the second quarter, a 13-yard touchdown run by number 21, Thompson Goodfellow, and the extra point was blocked by Ridgevue, so that kept it at 13-7 Middleton. Then with 33 seconds to go, a 28-yard catch by number 17, Tyson Amlingmeyer, made it 21-7 after the successful 2-point conversion. So Middleton used two turnovers by Ridgevue, a fumble that was returned for a touchdown, and then another fumble at the 40 in the last minute of the quarter to take this 21-point lead, or this 14-point lead. So turning 2 turnovers into 14 points for the Vikings. Middleton on the season, or Middleton, on the season with a couple of wins so far. Middleton, like we said, started off with a win over Elko to start the season, 40-7 here, and then they lost that heartbreaker to Minico, 21-13 in a game that we mentioned a lot of Viking fans would like to have that one back, as a couple of turnovers occurred inside the red zone and inside the 5-yard line. Probably could have scored 2 or 3 more touchdowns to take a win there for the Vikings, but you got to hang on to the ball, and they didn't do so, turning the ball over multiple times in scoring position and giving that win to the Spartans, who right now are ranked number 1 by the media and number 2 by the coaches. So if you just look at that, a couple of, you hang on the ball a couple of times and you might see this Vikings team be number 1 or number 2 in a lot of the polls. They're just that much away from taking that top spot in the state. They went on to beat Caldwell the week after that, 70-16, and then beat Valley View 42-16 the week after that. So Middleton, great season going so far. I'm trying to see if Caldwell has a game right now at home. They do. They're playing Valley View. So where Middleton High School is up on the hill on the very north end of the Treasure Valley, and you can see, Caldwell not too far away, and you can see the lights from the Caldwell High School right now. And of course, Caldwell and Valley View maybe half a mile apart. But you can see the lights from their game going on down there, and I can see some games going on in Nampa from my vantage point. So it's kind of cool to see other games going on around the state right now here in Idaho. So if we look around at the Friday night flash, take a look at some scores going around the state right now. Let's take a look. We mentioned Rigby all over Thunder Ridge, 23-6. And then a Treasure Valley game, Rocky Mountain leads Skyview. Skyview doing great, undefeated so far in the season, but playing their toughest team in Rocky Mountain, and they trail 28-7 right now. Jumping over to 4A, Minico, we talked about them. They're up 10-8 on Burley right now. That's a big rivalry game. Burley and Rupert only a couple miles apart. I think they technically merged together into one town, but 10-8 in the second quarter there. Kimberly all over Mountain Home, 28-0. Again, you can check this out on your own. Well, we're just running through it for fun, right? I want to know what's going on. Skyline up on Bonneville at the half, 19-0. Twin Falls over Century. I tell you, Twin Falls has had a great season so far. Twin Falls up on Century, 28-10 at halftime. If we go over to Eastern Idaho in Idaho Falls, Pocatello leads Idaho Falls 14-11 at halftime, and that Kimberly Mountain home score is actually 35-0 in favor of Kimberly. Emmett leads Nampa 20-10. Lewiston and Sandpoint tied up at 7. And here we go, Shelley once again. Shelley leads Hillcrest 14-0 at halftime. So the Russets just playing a phenomenal season this year as they are ranked in both the media and the coaches poll. Second by the media, third in the coaches. And just a great Idaho name, as we mentioned, the Russets from Shelley. Wood River trails Buell 30-12 at the halftime break there in Haley. Parma leads Payette for 18-14. Parma trying to get the monkey off the back. They haven't won a game all season. Payette with a couple of wins so far. Parma seeing if they can come away with a victory there. Snake River leads South Fremont. I thought South Fremont would run away with that one, but the Panthers from Snake River and Blackfoot lead South Fremont out of St. Anthony 23-7. And a big game going on just a couple of miles down the interstate. Fruitland and Weiser. Weiser has beaten Emmett on the season and has looked phenomenal. Their quarterback, Brett Spencer, has a couple of offers to play D1 football, including from the University of Idaho. And they trail right now to Fruitland 18-13. A score that surprises me. I thought Weiser was going to look strong in that game after they defeated one of the best teams in 4A a couple weeks ago. But right now, the Grizzlies from Fruitland leading that one in the third quarter, 18-13. So look out for Fruitland there with a big lead. A game going on up in McCall is Homedale and McCall tonight. It should be a great game between those two. Nampa Christian all over Valley from Hazleton, 28-0. Salmon leads Ryrie at the half, 13-12. Soda Springs over Malad, 14-8. That one in the third quarter. Dietrich all over Glens Ferry, 40-0. That one in the second quarter. The Blue Devils, of course, the defending state champions at the 1A Division II level. Lapway and Genesee tied up at 14 up north. And a surprising score from the Magic Valley. Lighthouse Christian leads Raft River in the second quarter, 12-8. I thought Raft River would run away with that one, but the Trojans from Malta getting all they can ask for from Lighthouse Christian as that one 12-8. Oakley all over Murtaugh at halftime, 48-0. Of course, Oakley won the 1A Division I state championship last year, and I don't know if there's anybody that's going to stop them. They have just been plowing through anybody and everybody they play, whether they're good or bad, just running through everybody. And this was a game up north between Mullen and Clark Fork that a lot of people thought Clark Fork was looking very good this year and that maybe Clark Fork could give Mullen some problems. Not today. The Tigers from Mullen defeat another great mascot, the Wampus Cats from Clark Fork, 68-8. So Mullen, of course, plays in that co-op. They co-op with St. Regis. If you haven't heard it, you should listen to the North Idaho Prepcast. Brandon Bainey from Idaho Sports had on Stetson Spooner, the head coach there at Mullen High School. I know these are two very small schools, and then here we have a 4A game with a lot of kids, but it's worth to listen to. Of course, Mullen, if you don't know, they co-op with St. Regis from Montana. So St. Regis and Mullen about 25 miles apart there on Interstate 90, and they co-op together and they play in Idaho. It's just a great episode to listen to if you want to hear more about that and how it works out between two states. And these two schools are in two different time zones, so it's just a crazy team that they've got going on there. Of course, that Mullen team made the state semifinals last year before falling to Dietrich at Dietrich in that game. So again, I'd encourage you to go check that out on the Prepcasts. You can look it up. It's called the North Idaho Prepcast. Anywhere you get your podcast, or you can find it on the IdahoSports.com Prepcast link at the top of your screen. Looking at other scores around the state. And we talked about some of those big ones. Pocatello or Highland leading Madison now 21-3, and that game in Eagle between Meridian and Eagle is tied, or Meridian, leads 20-3. So a good game brewing there, and we're about a minute away from the start of the second half here. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the start of the second half on IdahoSports.com.
Wherever you are, D.L. Evans Bank is right there to help. From applying for loans to opening new accounts and signing documents, personalized service is just a video call away. This is Bank Live with D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
All right, welcome back. We are ready to go. Both of these teams on top of it. It's always a pet peeve of, I think, a lot of people in this industry where they put 15 minutes on the clock for halftime, and both teams stroll out at about the 30-second mark, and they add 3 minutes back on. Both of these teams ready to go. I think it was last year, Middleton was playing Nampa here, and Middleton wasn't out of the tunnel yet, and Nampa was lined up to kick it off. I would have liked to just see him kick it off and just say, hey, you're not here. It's time to go. But both teams ready to go here. 12 minutes per quarter here that we play here in Idaho high school football. Middleton leads this one 21-7 as night has completely fallen here in the Treasure Valley. Riley Cummings will boot it away for Middleton as we're about to get ready. This has been a great game so far. Ridgevue playing tough.
Here we go, Viking fans. Time for second half action.
Cummings boots it, and again, it's interesting. When he kicks this way, it's always short. I don't know what it is. Ridgevue carries it out. This one will be down to the 28-yard line. But every time he kicks from right to left, it doesn't go that. It doesn't. He never makes a touchback. But when he kicks the other way, every time he boots it through. I don't know if it's psychological or who knows. Just an interesting tidbit. I do a lot of these Middleton games, so got the chance to see him kick off quite a bit. So here we go, second half underway. Thanks for joining us here on IdahoSports.com and spending Friday night with us. Logan Green, Alex Johnson. Alex doing a great job at camera tonight. Handoff up the middle by McDonald. McDonald keeps it, and he gets wrapped up, and they blow it dead. Right there immediately, Cole Holman wraps him up and doesn't let him go anywhere. He's going to lose about a yard, so it'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss on the play brings up 2nd and 11.
I said it a couple times, just a great crowd here in Middleton. Pretty much full stands. I don't think I've been to a place this season where it hasn't been full. Most of the schools around the state support their team so well. Communities come out. Great crowds all across the state. So here we go, 2nd and 11. Donald takes a shotgun and quick pass. That one out of the reach of Ortega.
Incomplete pass.
He had a lot of heat coming on in there and just had to get rid of it quickly.
That brings up 3rd down and 11.
Next week, we'll have a different lineup. We'll have a couple of great 1A matchups. I'll be in Arco next week for the Butte County against Dietrich game. Those two teams, top 5 teams in and out of the top 5 rankings in their respective divisions. Both with only 1 loss on the season. That should be a great game. If you want to watch some great high-quality 8-man football, be sure to check that one out between Butte County out of Arco and Dietrich next week. But right now, we still got 24 minutes to go. Here we go. McDonald, 3rd down. He takes it. And it's going to be brought down. What a catch on the sideline. Brought down, stole it away is Casper. And Casper is going to score an 81-yard pass play.
That's Ridgevue's Isaiah Casper.
Casper just stole it away. Kind of just hung up there, just debating about whether he was going to get it or not, and he does. And he goes 81 yards for the score, and just like that, Ridgevue is right back in this thing, pending the extra point. What a play by Casper. It only took 59 seconds for Ridgevue to get right back at it. And the extra point was going to be blocked. And I tell you, he didn't get in, but it was a smart play by McDonald. That kick was going to get blocked. There was about 3 different Vikings back there, and he just says, you know what, forget this. I'm going to run it and at least try to make something out of this. He doesn't get it, but an 81-yard catch by number 22, Isaiah Casper. Man, what a play. Makes it 21-13. Cost of building has doubled in the last few years. If your house burnt down, would you have enough insurance to cover a rebuild? Are you paying too much for your business insurance? Go to biginsurance.com and in just a few minutes, see if you can find enough insurance to rebuild your house at a better price. Then let us at biginsurance.com help you make sure you have all the coverages you need, but not the ones you don't. Feel free to drop by one of our big insurance offices in Nampa, Star, and Emmett, or call us at 208-365-2160. Biginsurance.com, where insurance companies come to shop for you. Here we go, 11:01 left. What a great start to the second half by Ridgevue on that 81-yard touchdown play. The return, he's got a lot of room to run on the left side, does Goodfellow. He's not able to get through, and we're going to get a second flag of the game, and a good call. There's a block in the back there at around the 20-yard line. And so this one will come back about 10 yards from 20, so the Vikings should set up with it at the 10-yard line. Be sure to join Idaho Sports Nation on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. You can get updates, breaking news, pictures, articles, everything. Just check us out there. Click the icons on the windows you see there to follow us now. Every week we have it's called the Big Deal of the Week. Comes out where you interview one star player around the state. A couple weeks ago we had someone from Lighthouse Christian. This week from Boise High School. So all over the state, not one area is favored over the other. We cover everybody. Great athletes here in Idaho. So here we go. The ball is going to be spotted at the 9-yard line, 10:53 to go. So Ridgevue hanging around in this one. That was a huge play. Cole McDonald with a big throw on the outside to Casper. Casper comes down with it for the big touchdown, and that one's going nowhere.
There's a fumble on the play.
The ball was fumbled. Goodfellow falls on it. It'll be second, and he lost about a yard, so second and 11.
Covered up by Garrison Grimes. Brings up second down and 12.
Second and 11. McClure, nobody back there with him. Right over the middle, and that just hit. That one hit Johansson right in the numbers, and he dropped it. So a couple of drops for Middleton, and that has been something that has plagued them all season. We saw that in the Minico game, too, where they had a couple of passes across the middle that just got dropped. Wide open receivers. So there's been a couple of plays here tonight. This score could be a lot bigger, but you got to come down with those catches in order to do so. This brings up 3rd and long, and this would definitely be a punting situation if you're Middleton, if you're not able to pick up a good chunk of yards here on 3rd. And Ridgevue would be right back in business with a chance to tie it. McClure outside to grab it, and he does an out route, but he goes out of bounds way too early. He should have stopped and turned upfield, but he goes out at about the 15-yard line. It's going to bring up 4th and 4. And they're going to go for it. They're lining up to go for it on 4th and 4 from their own 15-yard line. Maybe just trying to get Ridgevue to jump off sides here. McClure got a couple of Valley View offside calls last week, and he does that hard count so good. Now he drifts back, looks like he wants to punt it away, and he's going to do so. A quick punt. Nobody back there to receive, but it's going to die at the 50-yard line and roll backwards into Viking territory. So great field possession right now for Ridgevue. They're going to set up inside Viking territory for this first possession, for their second possession of the second half.
Warhawks take over on the Vikings' 47-yard line.
Ridgevue with a big opportunity here to maybe tie this thing up. They were down 21-7 at halftime. A quick strike, and already the ball back after a 3-and-out by Middleton, and a chance to tie this thing up or get it within one. Cole McDonald been playing great back there, quarterback, and somebody else is playing quarterback now, and he's going to be wrapped up. Looks like Grayson Heil is in right now, the junior. Don't know if something's wrong with McDonald.
That's number 3, Decker Hagler on the quarterback snap.
Trying to see if I can see McDonald on the sideline. I don't see him. So right now, new quarterback into the game right now is Grayson Heil for Ridgevue. Heil takes it, and he's just going to be sacked again. It's like throwing a lamb into the lion's den right now as he gets his first few snaps at quarterback and gets swallowed up both times. And this is an interesting development in this game. Don't know what happened to McDonald, but this is the same thing that happened last week. It was within a couple of points. It was 21-16 Middleton. They were leading Valley View when Valley View's quarterback went out of that game. And after that point, it was all Vikings as they ended up running away with it, 42-16. So for Ridgeview's sake, they better hope that Heil can step up or maybe McDonald make a comeback here. Looks like McDonald, I see him walking around back there with no helmet on. So this third down draw play up the middle, Santiago takes it, and he'll pick up about 6 yards, but it'll bring up fourth down. So again, a development here. It does look like McDonald has no helmet on, walking around on the sideline. He does not look very happy as teammates consoling him. Must have had an injury over there. And punt off the side of the foot, but it takes a good bounce. And this one's going to roll inside the 15 down to the 11-yard line. So Middleton with bad field position, but just a big development here just in the last drive. Cole McDonald not on the field for Ridgevue. Helmet is off, and he does not look like he's coming back in. Don't know what the injury was that occurred to him. He has a trainer with him now, but you really hate to see that because they've been playing so well tonight. He had been playing so well. A huge 81-yard touchdown pass that he threw on the drive before, and now he's sitting on the bench working with the trainer. You hope he's okay for next week or maybe can even get back in this game because he has played phenomenal. Englingmeyer takes the reception out, and he'll pick up about 8 yards, be dragged down at the 20-yard line. 7:40 to go here in the third quarter.
Brings up second down and 2.
Second and 2 now for the Vikings. Handoff to Johansson. Johansson, a lot of room to run, and he makes a cutback to the left side of the field, and if he can outrun everybody, he's going to score. He's going to, at the 20, the 15 to 10, and he's brought down at the 10-yard line. The ball came out, but he was down. So that was a big run.
That's number 33, Jake Johansson.
What a 70-yard run by Johansson that time on the sweep play. Huge run. They're going to spot him actually down at the 8-yard line. So he took that thing from the 20.
About a 72
yeah, 72-yard run on that. I'm trying to do math on the fly. I do have a degree in accounting, but Excel does all my math. So when it's on the fly, it's a little difficult, right? Just like everybody else. So here we go. It's going to be first and goal for the Vikings. Ball spotted at the 8. McClure takes it. We got a whistle. Flag down. False start on Middleton.
There's movement on the line. That's going to back the ball.
Very cleanly played game, like we mentioned. That's only the third penalty tonight. One was a block in the back on a kickoff, and one was an offsides call when Middleton faked the blitz and somebody fell over the line. So right now, that's the third penalty, all on Middleton. Ridgevue, great clean game played. McClure in the shotgun. He's going out to Owen Gravitt in the corner, and that one knocked away once again. Was that? It was Scheffler once again getting a hand on it. That's the third time in the end zone he's gotten a hand on a ball intended for Owen Gravitt. Knocked it away. Great defensive effort tonight from Scheffler. If we handed out a defensive player of the game, he would have to be in the running for that one. And depending on how this game shakes up, he could end up as the player of the game for his defensive effort. McClure rolls to his right this time. He's going to keep it, and he splits through defenders and just plows through a third. Trevor Warren was on the receiving end of the shoulder from McClure. McClure takes it down to the 3-yard line. It'll bring up third down. This is probably 4-down territory for Middleton. Riley Cummings has got a great leg on him, but they'll want to try and go for it, I'm sure. They've got, looks like maybe a run to the right side is what Middleton's showing here with McClure. McClure takes the snap, and he does run to the right side, and he scampers in for the touchdown, a 3-yard run by McClure, and that puts up Middleton 27-13 at the 5:56 mark of the third quarter. Middleton has shown that a couple times when they stack that right side, that McClure is going to keep it. And they have that same formation. They have almost 3 blockers on the right side of McClure, and he does keep it again, this time going for 2, and he plows it through, and he picks up the 2-point conversion. So Middleton goes for 2 and takes the lead here, 29-13 over Ridgevue. Act Towing has what it takes to save you and your vehicle from any tight spot, whether you're in a garage downtown or stuck in the mountain snow. Their drivers have the training and skills to serve you. With highly certified Wreckmaster drivers, Act Towing is prepared to help you through the unexpected. Act Towing specializes in classic cars and off-road recoveries. Call their friendly office staff at 208-375-3121 and get back on the road. Also, make sure to like them on Facebook by searching their name, Act Towing, or visit them on their website at boisetowtruck.com. From everyone at Act Towing, good luck in tonight's game. Of course, Act Towing, a great sponsor of local Treasure Valley games. They're always on a couple of games every week here in the Treasure Valley. Remember, the companies that support Idaho Sports are the ones that help bring this game live and free to you to watch the viewers at home. So be sure to support those companies that support IdahoSports.com. Kickoff return here on the left side, brought down. Great tackle. Outside, Colton Moore brings him down. On the return that time was Casper. Casper, of course, caught that long touchdown earlier in the game at the start of this second half.
Puts it on the 22-yard line.
5:50 to go in the third quarter. Middleton up 29-13. Once again, Cole McDonald, who played a phenomenal first half and a first drive of the second half, is out of this game. New quarterback in is Grayson Heil. Heil hands it off. Up the middle that time, it looks like
Ball carrier, number 26.
Summerfield picks up about 2 yards.
He gains 2 on the play.
Bring up 2nd and 8.
2nd down and 8.
For Ridgevue. Ridgevue plays very slow, and that's just the way they do it. I wouldn't say slow, it's just their tempo is, they take it to the huddle every time. Middleton is not one of those teams. Middleton when the ball is spotted, they are right up on the line and ready to go. Ridgevue wants to slow things down, talk about it, come up with a plan, and then go for it. They aren't in any hurry in the game. They're patient. That's the term. And that time taking it up the middle is Heil, and he'll be brought down after no gain. So a patient team in Ridgevue and a run and gun from Middleton on the other side. Two clashing styles of offense. So 3rd and 8 now. This is a critical play here for Ridgevue. You just hate to see McDonald out of this game. He was making some great plays with his feet. Couple of huge first down conversions with his feet. And that time that one goes out of bounds. Heil just got away from him and goes out, and it'll be 4th down for Ridgevue, and they'll be forced to punt.
Incomplete pass brings up 4th and 8.
4th and 8 now. On to punt for Ridgevue. Looks like back there, number 44, Luke Nelson. And Owen Gravitt will take it. Oh, I have a son named Owen. He's over here, and every time they say Owen's name, Owen Gravitt, he perks up like they're talking about him. And that punt, not very good. It's going to go out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. It landed at the 38, but it was way out of bounds. They're going to spot it at the 45-yard line of Middleton. So that's where the Vikings will take over with 4:17 to go in the 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Said our army of Idaho sports action photographers are covering games from one end of the state to the other every week. We've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order snapshots of all the memorable moments this season. Click the action photos link to purchase prints or digital downloads today. McClure back to pass, and he's got Stewart right in the middle of the field. And Stewart will pick up about 12, 13 yards and 1st down for the Vikings. Ball at the 38-yard line. No, we don't have that fancy yellow line on the screen, right, there where you can see those 1st down lines. This isn't ESPN. McClure in the shotgun again, going out to Gravitt, and that time it was behind Gravitt as he made the cut to the outside. Ball was on the inside hip. Falls incomplete. Again, I mentioned earlier, Middleton's all-state wide receiver, all-conference Tyler Medeiros. Of course, he was the 4A state basketball player of the year. Has a couple of Division I offers. He has one to Idaho State in Pocatello to play Division I basketball. He is not playing tonight. He's on the sideline. He doesn't look injured. I'm not sure why he's not playing. Well, that's a big loss for the Vikings as well. McClure, he kind of just chucks that one away as nothing was doing there. Great defensive effort by Ridgevue that time. Ridgevue shutting down all the receivers out, and McClure just has to throw it away to bring up 3rd and 10 for the Vikings. Don't forget, stay tuned for the post-game show where we'll name the IdahoSports.com player of the game. It's very prestigious. It's it's in line with the Heisman, right? They get a banner on the broadcast. 3:52 to go. McClure back in the shotgun. He never goes under center. Middleton is almost always in the shotgun. This time he's going to go deep. He's got a man out there, and that time Owen Gravitt brings it down, and he's in for the touchdown. 37-yard reception by Owen Gravitt. He is just so sneaky out there. He could sneak right by you in no time flat, and that time a 37-yard reception by Owen Gravitt. That one at the 3:44 mark here of the 3rd quarter. And this time Cummings, he will come on for the extra point.
Cummings in for the extra point.
This one up, and it looked like they got a hand on it maybe, but he bulleted that one through, and that kick is good. And that makes it the score, Middleton 36, Ridgevue 13. So almost in the blink of an eye, Middleton scores 2 touchdowns in about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes to take the lead, pushing out to 36-13 after it was 21-13.
Morgan Loffer, Braves, the place to be after the game.
Choose Big Insurance and you'll get personalized customer service from a team that is always looking out for your best interests. Have you ever wondered how you will afford to pay for damages if your kid gets in a bad wreck? Do you worry that you have enough insurance to rebuild your home? Do you want to leave life insurance benefits to your family? Big Insurance knows the best answers to all of those questions. Call them at 208-365-2160 or visit their website, biginsurance.com, for more information. And they have offices in Nampa, Star, and Emmett. And like I mentioned before, if you're driving through Star, they're right there in that old Western type shopping center right there across from the new Ridley's there in Star. So be sure to check them out.
Ridgevue will take over on their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
Middleton will go out on defense. Ridgevue really got to put something together here as this one's starting to get away. As, of course, we mentioned Cole McDonald, unfortunately, out of this game for Ridgevue. And for some reason, I don't know why, but they're going to make Sawyer Heck come out of the game. Don't know if he has an equipment issue or what. Looking around the state. We'll get to that in just a minute after this play. Heil back there in the shotgun. No one back there with him. 2 receivers up top, and it looked like we're going to have a receiver move. Looked like it just lost the balance up top for Bastericia. Just lost his balance and fell forward. Again, Skyline still up on Bonneville, 19-0. Minico has pushed ahead 20-8 now over Burley. Twin Falls still up 28-10 over Century. Pocatello still leads Idaho Falls 14-11. And Kimberly just all over Mountain Home right now, 42-6. Lakeland and Post Falls up north, knotted up at 14. Heil takes it in the shotgun. He's going to go to the left side, and a nice catch. That one going to be brought down. I believe that was Casper again. It was Casper, so Casper comes up with a big catch, but he's only out. It looked a lot further than it was because of the penalty. Still going to bring up second and about 4 as the ball spotted at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 3.
Shelley still up on Hillcrest 14-0. Again, you can check out the Friday Night Flash. Scores from every game across the state of Idaho, the only statewide scoreboard in Idaho. So you can look and see every team in the state and what's going on in every game. Handoff up the middle. And a rumbling forward is Santiago. And he's close to that first down mark. They're going to give him forward progress just shy of the 30.
Making the tackle.
They're going to spot at the 29.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So it'll be third. It's going to be a long one. He needs to get to just past the 30-yard line. No one back there with Heil this time. Everybody's spread out wide. He's going to keep it. That's kind of what I thought. They draw up there, but Middleton thinks of it too, and a helmet comes flying off of Heil. And, man, that's some hair. He's got a curly blonde mullet. And that's not what it is. If that's not what it is, Grayson, I apologize. You can tell me I'm wrong, but it looked like a curly gray or a blonde mullet. Some nice looking head of hair there. So Middleton read out that quarterback sneak. That's kind of what I was expecting based on the formation they had drawn up. Middleton snuffs it out, and at the 2:30 mark, Ridgevue will be forced to punt. They do so here, a good bullet punt, and grab it, fair catches it at the 40-yard line. So that's where the Vikings will take over, 1st and 10 with 2:30 to go in the third quarter. You know, if you're interested in joining the team here at IdahoSports.com, we're always on the lookout for talented people to get involved in what we do. Salespeople, producers, camera operators, writers, photographers, and even broadcasters. Be sure to email editor@IdahoSports.com to find out more. Vikings take over at the 40. Kai McClure back out there. Anthony leads his offense back onto the field. Claps for it, and he got him to jump. That time bringing over number 53.
That's going to be a dead ball.
Isaac Batones gets him to jump. I mean, there's no shame in that. It was almost probably 6 or 7 different offside calls on Valley View last week. He worked that to perfection. The first time we've seen it here tonight, though. Quick pass to Josh Stewart in the middle, and he'll pick up about 15 yards. He's tackled at the 42, and that'll be a first down for the Vikings.
15-yard gain on the play. First down.
You know, if you'd like to advertise your business on IdahoSports.com, feel free to email us at sales@IdahoSports.com to learn more. McClure, a quick pass outside to Owen Gravitt, and he just steps out of bounds. He might have even lost a yard. I think he did. Clock stops with 2:09.
Pass completed, back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, we said it's a great sight up here. Once night has fallen, we can see games from other high schools because of just the way Middleton is situated. The town of Middleton is kind of in a valley, but you go up to the high school on top of a hill, and you overlook the entire Treasure Valley from here. Handoff up the middle. Goodfellow has it, gives a couple of stiff arms, and somebody got a face mask. I don't know if it was the offense or the defense. Looked like multiple face masks might have been involved there.
There's a flag on the play.
And I think it's going to be against Ridgevue. So this should move the ball forward 15 yards. Goodfellow was using a stiff arm there. I thought maybe he even got hands in the face, but it's going to be on. It's on Ridgevue. So add 15 yards onto that. So this is the second game in a row where the Vikings have had a tight game at halftime and a really tight through about midway through the third quarter. And that's just where they kind of start to wear teams down. Pass over, that time looking for Levitt, but knocked away by Sauls. Kind of a dangerous pass. Sauls has just been lurking there. He almost had an interception in the first half. Got really frustrated with himself when he didn't bring it down. And that time knocks the ball away. Again, Middleton just kind of grinds away at you over time. Their offensive line is big. Their defensive line is big. Games are close early on, but then they start to pull away late as they start to wear down the linemen on the other squads. This time Goodfellow to the right, and he'll take the handoff from McClure. It's a fake, actually. McClure keeps it, and he tries to do his best dipsy-do around the defender, Trevor Warren, but Warren doesn't fall for it. Warren stays home, doesn't get faked out by the swinging hips of McClure, and he wraps him up and brings him down after a gain of he picked up about 4 on that, so it'll be 3rd and 6. 1:20 to go here in the third quarter. Big hit late on, and we got another flag. So here come the flags. Late in the third quarter, that's when the flags decide to start flying, and that's in the area where you might see a hold being called on Middleton.
There's a penalty flag on the play.
And that's kind of the reaction from the Ridgevue players. A personal foul. Didn't see the call there. I've never seen the official do that hand signal. He just did a personal foul, and then he almost fist bumped himself. Okay, here we go. Personal foul against Middleton.
Personal foul on the Vikings.
So after the personal foul, just Middleton goes right back. And that time, they find Josh Stewart wide open. And he gets almost all the penalty yards back. Well, he gets all of it back. Brings up 4th and 3.
Puts the Vikings back where they were. It's 4th and 1.
I'm still trying to, I have never seen that penalty before where the official, so it's 4th and 1. And McClure keeps it, and he picks up the first down, and he's going to get a face mask penalty. He got it grabbed. But there was a personal foul on Middleton, and the official fist bumped. So the two fists came together. And I'm trying to look it up. I have not seen that call before. Maybe I'm just a doofus, but. So McClure picked up the first down. It was 4th and short, and they ran up to the line quickly. He picked it up, but then there was a face mask as well, so they'll move it half the distance to the goal. So ball will be spotted at the 5-yard line. This is the area where you just look for McClure to keep it. That's what they've done all night inside the 5. He's going to have Goodfellow back there with him. Goodfellow did run a 13-yard touchdown run earlier in this game, but McClure back there with it, and he likes to keep it. This time he throws it out wide. Gets it to Englingmeyer, and he stretches forward. Is he in? No, they're going to say he's down about the foot line. I thought maybe he stretched it in, but again, we don't have a full officiating crew here tonight, so they're kind of having to line up where they can and doing a great job. The officiating crew has done a fantastic job tonight, and they always do everywhere you go in the state, but tonight it's been a great game. McClure under center, and he's just going to plow forward, and he's going to sneak it in for the touchdown. So a 1-yard touchdown run punched in by McClure. By Kai McClure. Pushes this thing out to 42-13. Barring the extra point here. Kick is up. That was a great kick. And it is good. That one would have been good from probably 35 yards out. So kick is good by Cummings. So that makes this score 43-13 in favor of Middleton. Again, I mentioned it earlier. You can check out, we have regional prepcasts on IdahoSports.com. Our resident experts talk about what's going on in each part of the state. Be sure to catch the new regional prepcasts every week on IdahoSports.com or by downloading the episodes to wherever you get your podcasts. You can also watch every episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube page or check it out on the Facebook page as well. I wouldn't advise watching the Treasure Valley prepcast, or else you have to look at my face for about 30 minutes every week, and I don't think you want to do that. You're lucky enough you just have to listen to me right now. But you can download the prepcast we talk about. On mine, we talk about the 3A, 2A, and 1A schools in the Treasure Valley. And then Wayne DeZubak, he covers the 4A and 5A schools in the Treasure Valley on his prepcast, the SIC prepcast. So good kick return here up the middle, all the way up to the 43-yard line. What a return this time by Casper. So Casper has just been a phenomenal player for the Warhawks tonight. He had that big 81-yard touchdown reception. He's had a couple of big kickoff returns, and that kick return will do it for the fourth quarter. We will take a quick break and be right back with the start of the fourth on IdahoSports.com.
And that takes us to the end of the third quarter.
At D.L. Evans Bank, we haven't invested in a deep line of digital banking services to help infuse more banking into your life. Just more living. D.L. Evans Bank. This is community banking.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. And I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Welcome back to Middleton. So we get ready to start the fourth and final quarter of this game. And the Middleton student section chanting the ever so infamous "Start the Buses" chant to Ridgevue. We've all been there. We were all in high school. All right, here we go. Fourth quarter underway. It's again the big development in this second half. A great run, just bowling forward and keeping his feet turning. And he's right there at a first down mark. Who was that for Ridgevue? Great run. I think that was Santiago back there. Somebody has a cramp right now, but we mentioned the injury to Cole McDonald. Just a huge backbreaker for Ridgevue as they made the score 21-13. It was 21-13 not too long ago. It wasn't Middleton. That score came. It wasn't until the 5:56 mark that Middleton made it a two-score game. So it was 6 minutes ago in this game that it was a one-possession game, and now it's up to a 30-point lead. So just like that, Middleton turned things around, and it happened when Cole McDonald went out for Ridgevue. And at that time, the pitch, lucky to be kept. That was a dangerous pitch, but right there for it was Noah Martin. Martin brings it down. Noah Morton hangs on to it for Ridgevue. I don't know if that was a pass or a pitch or what it was. But Heil looked forward, Grayson Heil, and made the completion, but wrapped up almost immediately. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. So after the big pickup, almost a first down on the big run, they go backwards, making it 3rd and 5. Ridgevue back there in the shotgun. There's a snap. He's going to go deep. He's got a man, and just right through the hands of Grady Heil. I mean, he had it. Went right through his hands. So 4th down for Ridgevue. They got no choice. Got to go for it here. Down 30 on the road in conference play. With a backup quarterback, it's a tough spot to be in if you're a Warhawks fan. There you go, 4th and 5 from the 47-yard line. Heil takes the shotgun snap. He gets it away. He's got a man out there, and I believe he caught it. What a great catch on the outside, bringing it down. Bauscher with a great reception. What a great confidence booster that is for Grayson Heil. Big play on 4th down. They needed that. Ball spotted at the 30. 22-yard pass and catch there for the Warhawks. And now they're knocking on the door of the red zone. Heil asks for it. He hands it off immediately, but the Vikings are all over it, wrapping him up almost immediately. No gain that time for Santiago.
2nd down and 12.
And now Middleton fans saying that they can't hear you to the Ridgevue faithful. Another classic high school chant. 2nd and 12, 9:45 to go. Heil takes it. He scrambles to his right. He's got a ton of room over there. He might go. He is going to go. A huge play. 33 yards for Grayson Heil on the quarterback keeper, and he scores to make it 19-43. What a great run by Grayson Heil on the quarterback keeper. That one comes at the 9:32 mark. So Grayson Heil had to had the baptism by fire out here, gets thrown into this game, replacing Cole McDonald. And he does a phenomenal job in the last couple of drives and moving the ball a little bit better. And that time he keeps it for a 33-yard touchdown run. And they're going to go for 2. Why not here? And he keeps it this time, makes a guy miss, and he's going to be brought down just short. So no dice on that 2-point conversion.
Number 3.
That'll keep the score 43-19 in favor of Middleton.
Vikings are up 43-19.
Stay tuned. We're almost done here, but we'll have a short post-game show where we'll announce the IdahoSports.com player of the game. So you won't want to miss that.
Just a reminder that as you get ready to head out at the conclusion of the game,
again, a great night here in Middleton.
Pick up any garbage, yours and someone else's. Let's keep Viking Stadium looking good.
Again, if we take a look at the Friday Night Flash, scores from around the state, looking at the 5A, that game in Eagle is a little bit closer now. Meridian leads 23-17, so a one-score game. And now Idaho Falls has taken the lead over Pocatello, 25-20. I tell you, that's probably one of the most improved teams in the state, the Idaho Falls Tigers, who I'm thinking, I can't think off the top of my head if they won a game last year or not, but they weren't very good. And just a phenomenal turnaround for the Tigers as they are undefeated and beating good teams as they go. And this kickoff goes deep. Middleton thought maybe they'd try to do an onside kick, but it goes back for a touchback, so Middleton will take over at the 20. Sandpoint and Lewiston tied up at 14. And then let's just talk about that for a second. Sandpoint last week came down here to the Treasure Valley and played Homedale. Homedale not too far away, just over in Owyhee County. And Homedale beat Sandpoint pretty easily. I believe it was 38-21, something like that. They beat them comfortably, did Homedale. And Sandpoint was a top 5 4A team, and now they're hanging with one of the top 5 5A teams. It is just a mess. You can just throw darts at a dartboard and say, yeah, that's where that team's going to line up, and that's who's going to win it. I think any pick would be safe. And right now we have a change in quarterback for Middleton. Pass to the outside. This in now for the Vikings. So again, I don't have a number 86 in there for Middleton. Might be the JV quarterback getting some reps here. He's come in quite a bit for Middleton in these games where they've got the game in hand. 9 minutes to go. Nice pass on the outside. That time taken by Levitt. And Levitt's going to pick up about 20 yards. He gets out. Oh, they're going to say he stepped out at the 41. I thought maybe he got up closer to midfield, but he steps out at the 41-yard line. So Hayden Levitt with a big pickup. They're actually going to spot it at the 42. Rigby all over Thunder Ridge, 44-6, as that one winds down over in eastern Idaho. Rocky Mountain, 42-21 over Skyview. Skyview had a great record coming in, undefeated out of Nampa, but struggling just a little bit there. Minico and Burley. Minico leads that one 30-15 in the Magic Valley. Low snap that time, and quarterback just has to fall down on it, and he does so around the 35. It'll bring up second down and about 7 yards.
Cash falls on it.
Kimberly up 49-21 over Mountain Home. Emmett and Nampa 20-10. Great night of football all around the state. Dietrich ends up defeating Glens Ferry 48-0. And a dangerous throw across the middle. Quarterback kind of led his man, Ethan Berryman, there. And Berryman said, you know what, I'm going to let that go incomplete and not get my bell rocked, because he was going to get walloped if he came down with that pass. So we mentioned earlier Raft River, some 1A schools, Raft River and Lighthouse Christian. That game early, Lighthouse had a lead over Raft River, but eventually the Trojans wear them down, and Raft River leads that one 58-20 now. Handoff up the middle here for Middleton on 3rd down. He might get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Handoff up the middle to number 11, Josh Stewart.
So it'll bring up 4th down.
Gains about 7
And
yards
McClure is
on the
going to
play,
come
brings
back
up
out, but
3rd
he's
down
going to
and
just be
11.
back there to punt. 8:15 on the clock here at Middleton. The clock should be running. I'm not sure why it stopped. And there we go. It starts to run now. That was a couple times that's happened. And they'll tick this thing down as long as possible here, waiting for him the signal. There's no back judge tonight, though. McClure, he gets a good booming kick away, taking it to 20, and Emlingmeyer is going to bring him down at the 30-yard line.
That's number 8.
Oakley over Murtaugh, 48-0.
8-yard return. Brings up 1st and 10.
Nampa Christian at the half, 62-0 over Valley. That's quite the score. Malad leads Soda Springs 22-14. Payette takes the lead over Parma. So Parma was looking for the win. That might be one of the only chances for them. And then if we look at that Weiser game, we talked about it, Weiser and Fruitland. Weiser is pulled ahead, and they now lead by 14 over Fruitland. So Weiser still keeping that undefeated season alive and running for it right now. That's the 2nd time in as many drives where Ridgevue's had a ball carrier just plow through and pick up a lot of yards. That time Luke Nelson is the carrier, and he just he had a slew of Vikings on his back. I'm sure there's a term for that, a crew of Vikings. Is that what you would call them? But they were on his back, and he just carried them for about 3 or 4 extra yards after initial contact. Second and 6 for Middleton, or for Ridgevue. And the ball is down on the ground, and I believe Ridgevue fell back on top of it.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by Ridgevue for a 1-yard loss. That brings up 3rd and 7.
Third and 6, 6:30 to go here in this one. And a big hit late on the quarterback once again. And this one's going to be intercepted. They're going to call pass interference, but so it really doesn't matter. And there's a block in the back on the return. But I thought it's an interesting call because it looked like the defender did make contact, but he wasn't in a position to ever catch that ball. He was not going to catch it. The defender in front of the play made the interception. It's one of those judgment call. It goes back to is it a catchable ball? This one was short, so would you call it catchable or not? I don't know. I personally would like to see that be taken into consideration, not just it being overthrown, but maybe it's being short too. He had no chance to catch that ball, and it was picked off 5-6 yards in front of where the interference happened, and they happened almost simultaneously. He went down at the same time the interception was being made, so we'll see what they call. They are going to call pass interference on Middleton,
Pass interference call.
and that one is declined.
Block in the back.
So they're trying to settle this out. So there was a block in the back, and that one got declined. So the block in the back gets declined because it happened after the interception, but the pass interference happens before. So they'll take the pass interference call, move the ball up 15 yards, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Ridgevue. Ball is going to be spotted at the 47-yard line. So again, it was an uncatchable ball, I thought, from the receiver. It's an interesting call.
Gonna move the ball forward 15 yards for
I
the
guess it's the
Ridgevues.
right. It's probably the right call. It's just
down.
something not this officiating crew, but maybe just in general in football, maybe that we need to look at that says, hey, I know that ball was short. He wasn't going to catch it. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Heil, he pump faked, and he gets away, and he chucks it downfield, but it's going to be way short and intercepted by number 23 for Middleton. That's Dylan Goodfellow who brings it down. And he gets swarmed by everyone. Dylan Goodfellow. He's a 5'8" senior. Just a little guy out there, and they just mob him back there. And I think the officials are giving a sideline warning to Middleton saying, back up a little bit. But they couldn't be more excited for the senior coming up with a big interception here tonight. So the Vikings take over with under 6 minutes to go here from Middleton High School. Handoff up the middle, taken by Josh Stewart. And Middleton will probably just keep it on the ground here, try to wind this clock down and sneak out of here with a victory. Ridgevue played well up until that point. We mentioned it. Quarterback Cole McDonald injured in this game. Not sure what happened. It wasn't very clear on the field. It was just all of a sudden Grayson Heil was in there at quarterback, and that really changed how this game shaked out. And Josh Stewart carries it again, and he'll pick up about 3 down to the 37-yard line.
Once again, Stewart, the ball
Quitting smoking, chewing, or vaping is tough, but so are you. If you are ready to quit, help is there. Don't forget to visit projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Middleton will throw it across the middle. Nice pass there to Hayden Levitt. And Levitt is up to midfield. And that's where he'll be tackled.
That bullet came from Cash Wheat.
I think our power boosters for Middleton that you can see there at the bottom of the screen. You get a banner on the website if your business is interested in doing that, and you get a nice clickable link there at the bottom like these people do. We always love our power boosters that help make everything possible here at IdahoSports.com. I want to thank Silverhawk Realty with Chade Levitt, Austin Colton Homes of Idaho, State Farm Middleton with Estefan Cespedes, Overhead Door, 208 Burger Q, as well as Garbanzo's Pizza, and for Ridgevue, the College of Western Idaho, as well as Big Insurance. If you're interested in being one of those power boosters, just reach out. Sales at IdahoSports.com. Nice quarterback keeper here. He'll scamper out of bounds after a pickup of about 6 to the 44. You get a nice little banner there on anything. So if you wanted to be a power booster for Middleton, you get a nice little slot there on anything Middleton related for an entire year. If you look at a Middleton schedule, your business will be there. If you look at a score for Middleton, it'll be there. If you watch a game for Middleton, that link will be there. So if you want to join the ranks and be a power booster for the Vikings or the Warhawks, be sure to reach out to us at sales@IdahoSports.com. We're going to have a false start here as it looks like Talmadge Stuckey moved a little too early on the outside. He's kind of chuckling about it. He knows he did it. Just a great night here at Middleton. We mentioned it over here on the back left of the field here. Of course, the traditional elementary school kids playing on the hill, playing their own game back there of football. I saw online a school built a field very much like this nice field here at Middleton, but behind the end zone, they actually built a small little field specifically for the kids to play on. It was great to see. Almost every game town you go to in Middleton, those kids, they just want to play as well when they're out here Friday night. So that handoff was fumbled not fumbled, but bobbled by Levitt. He gets a hold of it, and he picks up 2 yards. That'll bring up fourth and 8. Looks like they'll punt it away. 3:50 to go here from Middleton. And thanks for joining us here on IdahoSports.com tonight for Treasure Valley Game Night presented by Mountain West Bank, as well as your local Toyota dealer, Project Filter, Valley-Wide Cooperative, and D.L. Evans Bank.
Back for the Warhawks.
Punt on the way from McClure, and then once again, I mean, he's just as good as punting as he is a quarterback, and that was a heck of a block put on Cummings. He flew about 4 or 5 yards before he hit the ground, and as he got near the kick returner, great block back there by Ridgevue.
1st and 10 for the Warhawks on the 21.
The facility here at Middleton it's a great facility. They hosted 2 state championship football games here last year. They always host the state track and field tournaments for the smaller school, for the 3A, 2A, 1A schools. They hosted the state soccer championships after they were played up north, but they got a blizzard in late October and could not finish the state soccer tournaments due to a blizzard up in Coeur d'Alene. So they ended up moving the championships down here, as there were 2 Treasure Valley teams, as that one taken up the middle by Ridgevue for no gain. And then they also played a level of the 2A, or of the girls state basketball tournament. One of the brackets was played here at Middleton.
Brings up 2nd down and 11.
So pretty much almost every sport dabbled in of course, they had a state playoff tournament game here for football. But again, almost every, there's a lot of bugs out here flying around, and my son is swatting them away. Maybe give me a good chuckle as we're up here by the lights. But Middleton, just a great facility here. Of course, some state basketball tournament games also played at Ridgevue for the first time this year. And a deep pass, and that one should have been intercepted. That time, Jalen Johnson, he should have came away with the interception. He's jumping around. He knows he had a chance for a pick there. Probably should have had it. But Ridgevue hosted some of the consolation games for the 5A tournament. This year, a little bit different the way they played everything. Some state championship games were played on Friday at the 1A level, just to accommodate for COVID protocols there at the Fort Idaho Center with having to clear everybody out. Just made it easier. So a couple of 5A consolation games got played there at Ridgevue for the first time. I think it's a great setup. It's right down the road. That one fumbled over the head, goes backwards. Lose about 7 yards on that fumble. So it'll bring up 4th and long for Ridgevue as the clock continues to roll. 2.5 minutes to go here from Middleton.
That brings up 4th down.
43-19. Middleton has not scored here in the 4th quarter, but they really haven't tried. They scored with 2 seconds left in the 3rd, and since then they've taken all the starters out, most of the starters out, and haven't been playing their traditional run and gun. And Ridgevue will punt this one away from their own end zone. A good punt. Owen Gravitt takes the fair catch at the 40. And the Vikings will come back out for maybe one more drive in this one, depending on how they play it. It's funny, when you get these subs in, they're not trying to run up the score. They just want to play. They want to take advantage of their opportunity to get out here and score some points, look good in front of everybody.
Hours working on their routines. Thank you, cheerleaders.
The PA announcer thanks the cheerleaders. Middleton probably has one of the bigger cheerleading crews that you'll see around the state. It's like 4 by almost 40 cheerleaders down there for Middleton. They just have a great school to begin with. They have good band, good cheerleading crew. It's a well-run facility here, and special thanks to Andy Ankney, the AD. He's always good to us here, getting us set up to do these games here. Thanks to Andy. And timeout on the field. Somebody's injured down there. I think it's just a cramp. As number 11, Josh Stewart, reaches forward for that toe. Everybody's like, come on, man. So he hobbles off. Yeah, he's just shaking that foot saying, come on, you can do it. He hobbles over. He should be all right. They'll take a look at him. And they'll start the clock again. 1:45 to go here. If Middleton keeps it on the ground, that should just about do it. 2nd and 5. As they wait for the call from Coach Brock. And victory formation, they'll take a knee. And that should do it here. It's just formalities now. That's all that's left. Just got to take a couple of knees.
Vikings take a knee, let the clock run.
Under a minute to go now. Thanks for joining us for this game on Idaho Sports. We'll be back at Middleton in a couple of weeks, I believe. It's the
once again, Weeks takes the knee. Brings up 4th down and 6. The clock continues.
Of course, Middleton plays they're going to have a big matchup with Emmett in a couple of weeks. We'll have that one here on IdahoSports.com in 2 weeks. Middleton is away. We'll take a look and see where these teams are next week. Get you a preview of that.
Please don't forget on your way out to pick up any garbage. Look around.
Next week, Columbia and Ridgevue will match up. So those two Nampa schools facing off with each other. That should be a good game between those two.
That'll back them up 5 yards.
Middleton, on the other hand, they're going to be on the road. They're at Bishop Kelly. So bang, bang for Middleton. It doesn't get any easier from here for the Vikings as they go to Bishop Kelly next week, and then they welcome Emmett here the week after that. So 2 straight tough games for the Vikings, and double zeros on the scoreboard, and that'll do it here at Middleton. We're going to step away for just a minute, and we'll be right back with the IdahoSports.com player of the game.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
The injuries look like those seen in people exposed to poisons like mustard gas. That's how doctors are describing what they see in the lungs of vapors. The chemicals can essentially burn your lungs. Find the truth at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm Corey. I'm a dairy nutritionist here in the Treasure Valley. I decided to get vaccinated because I wanted to do my part to protect myself and my family and my customers from COVID-19. As soon as the vaccines were readily available, I was vaccinated. I would encourage people to do the research, listen to the healthcare providers. When I went to get my COVID-19 vaccine, there was hardly any wait. It was an easy process, is readily available. Since I got vaccinated, I'm confident I'm protected against the COVID-19 virus. My life has returned to business as usual.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
It's time to start planning for back to school. That's why I got my kids vaccinated for COVID-19, so they can be protected from COVID when they're back in the classroom. Kids 12 and older can get vaccinated. The vaccines have been researched and tested. They're safe and they work. Getting vaccinated was quick and easy. You can walk into a pharmacy to get one. We got our COVID-19 vaccine, and I hope everyone will choose to get vaccinated too.
Get a free COVID-19 vaccine today. Find a location near you at covidvaccine.idaho.gov.
Banking. Maybe you enjoy the person-to-person attention you get going to your bank. Maybe you enjoy the convenience of banking from home sweet home. Or maybe you like the flexibility of paying your bills, applying for a loan, or talking to your personal banking person from wherever fits your fancy. Then definitely, you should bank at Mountain West Bank. Member FDIC. The easy, convenient, any way you want to bank.
Welcome back to Middleton as the Vikings come away with a 43-19 win over Ridgevue, and all that's left to do is name that IdahoSports.com player of the game. And tonight, we're going with number 1 wide receiver, Owen Gravitt. He had 2 touchdown receptions on the night, one coming in the first half. Excuse me, he had the he had a 37-yard touchdown reception, and he just played phenomenal all night. Had a couple of big receptions when they really needed it to come down, and just played a great game on the outside, did Owen Gravitt. So congratulations to number 1, Owen Gravitt, our IdahoSports.com player of the game. This has been an IdahoSports.com Game Streams production of Treasure Valley Game Night, presented by Mountain West Bank. Other major sponsors that make coverage on IdahoSports.com possible include your local Toyota dealer, Toyota Let's Go Places, Valley-wide Co-op and Country Stores, Project Filter, Stop Smoking, Start Living, as well as D. Evans Bank and Vaccinate Idaho. We'd like to thank our local advertisers tonight, of course, Big Insurance as well as Axe Towing. And congratulations again to number 1, Owen Gravitt, our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Thanks for joining us as Middleton wins 43-19. Over Ridgevue. For my broadcast partner, Alex Johnson, and everyone else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com, I am Logan Green, and we will see you next week.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com Game Streams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the expressed written consent of IdahoSports.com